What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? I'm your fat Canadian fucking fat sausage fuck Bearhugger29. Welcome back to a brand new episode of my Bear Chill Lives. This episode, we're going to be talking about some bullshit that's been going on, some good excitement stuff with Playtonic and shit like that, so that's cool. But yeah, so as you guys can see, I have a couple guests. I do apologize in advance for taking a little bit longer than usual. I was trying to get Rob in here. We were having some technical difficulties with that. But that all sorted out temporarily, I guess. So it's all good now, so now we're starting now. Don't worry, we're still to give you your hour-and-a-half show, so don't fucking perk your nipples there, weirdo boys. So come on now. But anyways, let's go ahead and we'll do our little intros for everybody here. So Alex, go ahead there.
What's up, my Wii U weirdos? What's going on? Active Sin here, your hero, your champion, your king. And we're going to have some fun tonight.
Right on. Then, of course, we have Coupon Straps.
Yo, I'm cooking, so yeah, I'll be back.
She's gonna burn her goddamn house down.
I so am gonna burn my house. Thanks for having me.
Live house fire.
You're more than welcome, Coupon, but I thought you said you don't cook anyways, man. What the fuck?
I normally don't, but if you don't hear from me in a little while, it's because I blew up my house.
What are you making though? What are you making?
Omelet rice. Omelet rice.
All right.
Yep.
That shouldn't make it be enough to burn your house, but fucking knowing you, who knows? All right, then of course we got Rosa. Of course, my subscriber's favorite fucking person that comes into my goddamn fucking hangouts.
Yeah, everybody loves me, don't they? But hey, how's it going?
The enthusiasm.
I know, right? Again, this is the guy that has no emotions. He's like fucking the dude that makes those goddamn fucking heavy ring games. Anyway, then of course, last but not least, of course, we have Rob, Ruler 2 Review. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Stoked I could even make it onto this freaking podcast after that super big nightmare. But thanks to Bear for getting me on, and I haven't hung out with you chaps in a way long time, way too long. So I'm stoked to do this, and I hope Coupon doesn't get lit on fire this whole time.
I hope she learns her fucking lesson from that. She does. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just hating the hate, because I always like to hate. But anyways, so first thing we're going to talk about tonight, before we, out of a series of things that we're going to bring up discussion-wise, this one I actually want to get out fucking first. I'm going to start with you, Alex, on this one because I want to get your thoughts on this. So you have read the details of Warner Brothers shenanigan $40 piece of shit season pass, correct?
I skimmed through it. Yeah, they kind of explain what they're giving now.
All right, so I'm going to go down the list, and I'm sure everybody here read it. Rob, you read it yourself, correct?
Yeah, I've heard most of the details of what it involves.
All right, so I want to get your guys' thoughts, man. Is this going to be worth? Do you think like what they're offering and what they're like laying all out for the season pass? Do you guys feel that it's worth the $40, or should it be way less than that?
I think it should
start with you, Alex.
I think it should be $20. $40 is ridiculous when there's only like it seems to be like one story mode with Batgirl, and the rest of it's just like a bunch of fucking skins. And then there's like a race mode. I don't know. It just seems like a ripoff.
Yeah, there's roads, like courses and roads to race on.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah,
that's the equivalent of like sense, that's like the equivalent of here are shoelaces for your shoe.
Yeah,
you should already have shoelaces with your shoe, and you should always already have roads for the Batmobile.
Exactly.
Yep. So yeah, I'll go ahead before.
I'll chime in, I guess. Ahead, I super don't think it's worth $40, not at all. Honestly, I think most of that stuff doesn't even make sense for DLC at all. But that's kind of what a lot of DLC has become. It's just stuff that really isn't important, and it's here's $2 for a thing that no one really wants or cares about. I mean, obviously people are buying them because every game on planet Earth keeps coming out with this stuff, but
more and more.
It's not important. Like if it's going to be $40, it should be really, really important stuff. But then if it's really, really important stuff in the first place, it should have already been in the game. Mm-hmm. So it's like a double. Yeah. It's kind of a catch-22.
Now, see, I would be okay with it if it was like the way Rockstar did it last generation with their fucking with like those like was there Ballad of Gay Tony and like like those little like mini expansions, whatever you want to call it there.
Yeah.
And Batman's the Arkham Knight DLC would have actually included that, but there was like 4 individual ones, like episodic shit, dude, that was like really long and actually worth that fucking investment. Then that would be fine. But when you only take your major selling point to this DLC is the whole fucking Batgirl prequel shit. That's really the only good thing about this thing, which should be sold to you separately for like $15.
Well, that's
$20
the
top.
hook. That's the hook that's for sure getting people involved. And when you bring up like the Ballad of Gay Tony and the stuff for Grand Theft Auto, you have to remember like when you think back to DLC at that time, that was when like the Pit and stuff was coming out for Fallout 3. Like DLC was new, and so what they didn't do back then that they've started to do today is they would wait like months and sometimes a year before they even discussed DLC. So you can
Yeah.
have like a substantial, really worthy like extra story mission for a game that if it comes out 8 months later, like no one's going to be angry. Today's practice is you know about it 4 weeks before the game comes out, and that's what makes
Crazy.
it bullshit.
Or sometimes even before the goddamn original game is even fucking announced, man. Look what happened with
Like
Evolve.
Yeah, that's
They
what's
announced
ridiculous.
the pre-order bonuses for that game before we even saw what the fuck the goddamn game was about, man.
Well, that's because the game was thin anyway. I mean, I played it for a while. Alex loves to give me shit about it, but I did play it for a while. You know what? I mean, hey,
we all do.
I went
We
out
all
of my
do,
way
man.
to see if it was worth it, and I learned that it wasn't worth it, and that's fine, you know. But that's the problem is that
Yeah.
game's content was so thin. They didn't have to talk about the game. All they had to talk about was DLC. That was all there is to the
But-
game.
I still firmly believe that I think Evolve should have been a free-to-play game and not a $60 retail
Yeah.
game. If it was free-to-play, then I wouldn't have never said shit about it, man, because I tend to leave that stuff alone.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
I don't know. Just to me, like that kind of like to me, it bothers me because I hate seeing people get ripped off. But at the same time, gamers are stupid enough to fucking not see it for themselves. Then that's their fault. But at the same time, it fucks gamers over like myself and everyone in here that wants these practices to go away so we can get the fucking better shit. But no, we have to suffer for it, man, because we're only a small minority. Everyone's like, yeah, it's worth the investment. Fucking
Like we're getting the worst practices of cell phone gaming on
Yep.
top of our $60 games.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy.
To me, I look at it somewhat similar to that of a fucking scam, dude, and it's fucking working, man. But see, that's the thing, though, too, as well. The people out there are going to buy this $40 DLC,
Oh yeah.
and what pisses me off is the fact that not only are people going to buy it, but it's going to keep allowing developers to keep raising the fucking price of season passes. I mean, last generation, when season passes first came into fruition, they always started off around, what, 20, 25
I think
bucks,
they
give
were
or
like
take?
$19.99. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 20 bucks,
20
25
was
bucks,
the norm.
or something like that. Because Call of Duty, I think its first DLC back was $24 or $24.99. I think it was, Alex, man, for that for a while. Then eventually, when advanced dog shit came out, fucking it skyrocketed to fucking $50.
Yep.
It's like Black Ops 3 is now, and people are gonna buy that.
$50. Obviously they did with
Yep.
Advanced Warfare, otherwise they wouldn't be doing it a second time with Black Ops
Mhm.
3. So clearly people bought it.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. So I mean, this is gonna be no different, man. People are willing to spend $50 on fucking on advanced cock fucking. More to pay $50 for that. People are gonna do the same thing for Batman.
These
You're gonna backlash
season
about it, you're gonna bitch
passes,
about it, you're gonna
they're
buy
not for us. They're for these blind idiots that line up and buy everything that comes out because they have nothing else to do with their console. They're,
Yeah, I
they're
think
for the
that's-
same idiots
I
who
agree.
run out and buy remaster after remaster.
Yep. That's the
That's
sad
who this is
mentality.
for. Like people like us, we won't get it, or we'll wait till the Game of the Year one. But the simple reality is we're outnumbered by retards.
Yes, we are. There are way too many retards in the world. That is.
There is, man. There
Like,
is. Definitely.
I think that the problem too, like when you look at the way all these things are starting to get priced and they're getting more and more expensive, like what I really think that we're seeing is like the beginning of games just becoming more expensive outright. Like it's eventually gonna evolve to this thing where it's not like segmented into like the 60-day purchase or the $60 day one purchase and then the $40 DLC. It's gonna become the $80 game. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing. Like in the 6th gen, people forget about this, but the 6th gen was when they started to come out with like special editions where your average game was $50 then, but then there'd be like a $10 special edition of like Resident Evil 4 where you get a map and you get a cool controller and whatever. And it's like that was them preparing the world for the $60 game, which has been the standard for 2 generations now. So
Yeah.
this past BS, I think personally, I see it being that same trend again where eventually we're going to start getting $80 day one releases and that's just the price of the game.
Dude,
because of
that's
this.
pretty much basically what it is over here in Canada now, man.
Here is now it's
It's
$75 for a game
Yeah.
now.
Before
That's
taxes.
I'm not jealous of you guys. That's crazy.
No,
But that's
fuck
like inflation and exchange rates, so it's. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but
dollar,
Still too
our
much.
dollar keeps. What is it like? Their dollar keeps going down and ours keeps going up or some shit. I don't know how that fucking that metro system works. I don't fucking know. But
it's
all I know
still
is that it's
BS. I
bullshit,
mean,
man.
it's way too expensive for you guys. That's,
It is like I'm gonna have to force myself to get that Best Buy gamer shit, man, just so I can fucking have the price cut down a little bit more into like original what they're supposed to be at, man. So I mean, I don't know. It's fucking stupid, dude.
well, and the
Pisses
other
me
thing
the fuck
too,
off.
if I can add another element to this though, like, so talking about like the Batman DLC specifically, that season pass, I'm still like of the ilk that it really doesn't make me mad. Like I get mad when like we talk about it because it's like, yeah, that's fucking bullshit, which
It's
it
we're
is.
used to it now. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to it, but the other reason it doesn't make me mad is because with this game specifically, and with a lot of games, I've talked about this in the past, and some people get mad at me for this, but to me, all this stuff is, like, super not important for the game. So I don't think that, I mean, I guess provided that the actual $60 Arkham Knight game that's released is going to be worth that, which I think it is, I don't give a fuck how much extra content they make that idiots are willing to buy, like Alex
the excess garbage.
It's excess garbage that we don't need to buy to still enjoy our game, just like you said, Alex. So
Yeah.
that's my
Like
my
you
opinion.
can totally get away with just buying the game and ignoring the season pass entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
because I
it
didn't
has
buy
what
any
it
of the
needs.
actual DLC for the past games or any of that stuff like that, man. So whatever, it wasn't a big. Maybe I don't know. I might still get it though. Without the, I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the season pass, but just to me, it's like I know a lot of those fucking douche nuzzles out there are gonna fucking go out and buy and think that it's worth the investment because they're just that big of a fan.
They're just that dumb.
Franchise, man. To me, it's like that's not really gonna help you answer your question because I guarantee if they make a new Batman Arkham game, it's gonna be fucking DLC season pass. It's gonna be $70 fucking. People are like, yeah, I'll buy this. I'm like, you're essentially paying for 2 full fucking games, man. Like, are you fucking ill? The fuck is wrong with you, man? Where's the Joker, man? No, fuck you, dude. Get out of my house. Fucking
Man, we started off hostile.
No, this shit really gets to me, man, because, like, I mean, I'm not expecting all gamers out there to fucking understand to where the point where I'm coming from, but a lot of these new age gamers, man, they didn't grow up in the same time period that all of us here did. So, we're not used to this kind of shit, man. Like, we don't like seeing this stuff, man, because we already had this kind of quality back in that day. You know what I mean?
That's a good
all content
point.
was there. We didn't get charged for shit. We didn't get patched for crap, dude. So now when all this bullshit comes into play, which, like I said, last gen it started off slow, and it was working pretty well. I like the whole concept of it. Now I can't stand that fucking word anymore now, man. It's like DLC is like the fucking like Darth Vader of gaming, dude. Just not badass. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it kind of goes back to, and Alex, I think this is even the point you were making with, like, there's too many retards out there.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, I think that those retards are actually just, no offense, Mega, they're really young people out there.
They're
who,
kids,
like,
yeah.
They're people who are growing up this way, and they
No
think,
offense,
oh,
Mega.
that's how it happened.
I say this all the time because it's still true. Every person, well, I'll say 90% of people that have grown up and their first console is a 360 or a PS3, they are fucking retards. And they don't know any better because they never grew up with any better. All they know is DLC and patches and broken games.
They are freaking retards.
This is the norm for them. And it's sad.
Yeah, eventually, like, I think maybe like, if we do end up going for another 2 more generations into like the gaming fucking industry, dude, I guarantee you, but with the next 2 generations from now, so generation 10, fucking games will cost $100 flat rate.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably,
I
I mean, that's
guarantee
going to be a
And this
combination of-
all comes back to graphics. Every time there's a graphical leap, it costs these companies way more money to produce the game, and they got to spend more money to market to make sure they sell more copies, and their budgets are going up, and that reflects on our cost.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's a broken system, too, because I feel like, and again, like, we're of the generation that we can confirm this. Like, for how many generations did we keep getting a generational leap? But every time we did, game prices weren't really going up. That didn't really start until the last generation or 2.
Yeah. I mean, this generation 2 as well was extremely small. This wasn't like a big leap.
Pathetic.
Yeah, like the leap that we had from N64 to GameCube
PS2.
to fucking, or PS2 to fucking to PS3.
From PS2 to
Huge
PS3
fucking
is the jump. There'll never be a
that
jump
was
like
a huge
again.
jump like that. We won't see that again for a long time.
Well,
The
you
jump
could
that we got
arguably say
now-
I think that going from the 16-bit to the 32 and 64-bit, that was pretty massive. That was actually almost more massive.
Going
Which
from
one?
Super Nintendo to N64 was a massive jump as well.
Yeah, it was.
that's
Yeah,
insane.
it was.
That's-
Definitely.
I mean,
But
even
the
if you
first time
compare-
we jumped up to HD, that was a huge
That was
jump.
huge. Yeah, man.
True.
That was huge. But like going from PS3 to the PS4, man, it's a tiny fucking
Nothing.
jump.
It's tiny.
Yeah. It's tiny as fuck, dude. And
Yeah,
you can
honestly,
clearly
the
tell
only-
that it is when you have cross-gen games coming out left and fucking right within the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
this generation. It's we tangented really far, by the way, under this topic. But like this generation started off so weird because honestly, like the 3 previous systems like sold so massively well, like uniformly, that it's like they didn't know what to do. And kind of like I think you were saying, Bear, like The systems, with the exception of the Wii to the Wii U, like the other two guys, like their systems were so similar to their previous ones that it just made sense to do it, you know, and they're appeasing.
Well, I mean, a lot of people also tend to forget too as well, like the parts that are in the Xbox One and the PS4 are fucking laptop.
They're laptop parts.
You know what I mean? So there's nothing to write home about, man.
It's nothing special.
So these games that come out for the PS4 or the Xbox One, or at least they actually achieve 1080p and 60, dude, consider those people lucky to actually play something like that on that system, man. Yeah. It's hard to do. That or developers just choose not to do it because they're fucking lazy as shit, man, or the systems are just not that powerful, man.
Like, if you want a real-world example of just how pathetic the Xbox and PS4 are, go play Grand Theft Auto on the PS4, and then go play the PC version.
It's night and fucking day, dude. You can see the comparison videos on YouTube,
insane.
dude. It's fucking disgusting, man.
That's how anemic and pathetic these consoles are. Like,
well, and like honestly, like to get like kind of more philosophical into that whole idea, that kind of shows how broken Sony and Microsoft's business models are. Because we have no choice but to compare those systems to what the best PCs can do, because they're like the same operating systems and they're the same flipping library. Look at the Wii U, which is the system that I think we can all say is our favorite system, and it's less powerful than those two systems we're saying.
It has more.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's even more crazy is the Wii U is the biggest jump from last generation when you compare it with Nintendo's last console.
Very true, very true. But I think the other aspect to me is like how Nintendo's business model is, what kinds of games and experiences they're releasing. We're not comparing Wii U games to PC games because they're not on the PC.
Yep.
You know, it's like they just have to be great for what that system does, and Sony and Microsoft aren't making games that are just great for the PlayStation or just great for the Xbox. They're trying to emulate the PC thing, so you compare it to the PC, and then it doesn't hold up to the PC, and it all falls apart. And Nintendo just doesn't have that, which is good.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, Nintendo's irrelevant to amongst a lot of these people out there, but yet their very own consoles aren't even that good to begin with, period. PS4 and Xbox One are nothing to brag home about, man, when it comes to software games, dude.
Except for
it really isn't. I mean, I mean, each console's gonna have its own unique type of fucking things, man. People will play fucking Xbox One for Dead Rising or even fucking Sunset Overdrive. You know what I mean? Whereas on Sony, so you got
Dead Rising's on PC, so Sunset Overdrive.
Well, fair. Well, yeah, but I'm just trying to make a point.
My point is, Overdrive.
Like, there are like Ori and the Blind Forest, even though it's on PC too as well, but people that don't like PC gaming that can play that on the Xbox One, but you can only play it on there. I don't know if it's timed or not. I don't know, but.
It says Microsoft Studios when the game turns on, so they must own it.
Oh, okay, then they're definitely that ain't going anywhere at all anytime soon to Sony or any of that crap with that dude. No fucking way. But I mean, when everybody sits there and says like, you know, like fucking that, oh yeah, you know, like Xbox is the best box or Sony is the best console or Nintendo is irrelevant, and just yet like when you really sit back and look at it and look at all three systems. Software can definitely be better on all three fucking platforms. I don't care if you get multiplats or not. That I don't give a fuck about that. If you were to strip away fucking all the third-party games from Sony and Microsoft and just have exclusive-wise, like just say for shitballing here, exclusive fucking wars, Nintendo would dominate and destroy the fucking everybody, man.
Yeah, except like the gaming, I feel like a lot of gamers nowadays though don't understand as much why exclusives are important.
Yes, as well.
Yeah,
I think that's part of it.
Well, everybody said that exclusives, you know, like fucking, you know, nobody buys consoles anymore for exclusives. They buy consoles with third parties, man. And I was like, okay, but there has to be a game.
Free choices with the same fucking third party games. You have to buy a console based on exclusives now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't count Nintendo, and that's what PC, Xbox One, and PS fucking 4 right now. The three choices you're gonna go with, because the Wii U doesn't have any third party games.
Exactly. Well, they do. So it's just like. Not that many.
They don't buy those third parties though on the Wii U.
Well, that little sub base in the Nintendo fan base, they don't buy anything unless it's developed and published by Nintendo.
It has to be strictly Nintendo. But you know how it is.
Yep, those are the people that I can't stand, man, because I don't own an arcade. But whatever. but I mean, when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, I feel that a lot of people like fucking. You know, I don't know. To me, it's fucking stupid, man. Because after looking at like all the games that Sony is offering right now, dude, I'm not impressed at all. Period. I really am not. I mean, there's like maybe like 3 games tops that I want to play, and one of them fucking barely, no one even fucking probably even knows exists. Golf Club, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Golf Club. That and Bloodborne, like, and maybe Infamous Second Son, really the only 3 games that I really want to play for that system. That's it. I don't care about Bloodborne, or not Bloodborne, sorry. I don't care about the Order dog shit. I don't give a fuck about that game. If I want to play that bad, I'll watch Underworld. Be done with it. I don't care what anybody says. That game, that game is not worth it.
I still feel bad for people that bought it for $60.
I look at all the games for both Xbox One and the PS4, and like I look at it, and it's just like, is this really that these two systems have currently going right now at the moment? I mean, yeah, there's more stuff coming than we know about, which is fine. But where it stands right now, is it really even worth to invest money into these fucking bricks, man? Fucking for the games that are out right now? To me, no, not.
It really isn't, man. Like I've got them all, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's really sad, like how bad those libraries are. I mean, each system has a couple of games that are really fantastic.
It's like
and
I will handful. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like I'll praise Bloodborne to like.
I mean,
but like there really just isn't a lot going on in those systems. It's so flippin' weird.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see a lot more great content. Like we got Mass Effect coming on the horizon. You know, I'm sure this E3 we're gonna start seeing a lot more stuff. But
those games,
well, yeah,
they
as far
don't
as
count.
exclusives go, as go, man. I mean, that's what I want to see more of. Because anybody that tells me that they're buying a PS4 or an Xbox One for third parties, man, what? that doesn't make any sense, man.
Buying games with third parties, you should be buying a damn PC. Better on
exactly.
PC anyways.
Yep, exactly.
When people say things like that, it makes no sense to me.
Well, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people saying that lately, man. That's the thing. A lot of people have been saying that, man. It's just like, why would you say that, man? I mean, I thought, but yet, last generation and every generation before that, it was always about like what games are only you can play on that said platform.
Yeah, I'm more interested in
Nintendo destroys both as far as exclusive goes.
They can't be touched. Their exclusive games are always better.
Yeah,
if third parties left the industry completely, Nintendo would still be able to sustain their shelves.
Yeah, that's scary.
That's just sad how that is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Sony
but
and
that sends
Microsoft
a big
cannot do that.
across, though, man. But the one thing that really upsets me, though, man, is when it comes to a company such as Sony, at least Microsoft, man, like, you know, they keep supporting their famous franchises like Halo, right? Or Gears of War now, too, as well. Sony, they can barely even hang on to one of their franchises for more longer than a fucking 2 to 3 generations at any given time. Like Uncharted, I guarantee you, we'll see maybe one. This I think was the final game.
Isn't this supposed to be the last one?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the last one. Then what are we gonna do? That's it. That franchise is fucking gone.
Well, don't worry.
Last of Us, we'll get one this year, and then maybe one next generation for the third game, and that is it. You know, I mean, they take a franchise, they run with it, and they drop it.
It's been going for a while. Like, no series can last forever. There's only so many Zeldas and Final Fantasies. Like, Uncharted should end at some point. But, like, Naughty Dog is a pretty goddamn great studio, honestly, so I hope that they can come up with something else. They'll probably keep doing The Last of Us for a while.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's well, I mean, I to an extent, I do agree, because, like, story-driven games like Uncharted, you know, have to eventually end at a certain time. When we look at a game like Zelda, though, where like the gameplay mechanics or the storyline changes with every iteration of the game, that's what you constantly see a Zelda game every generation.
Yeah, and that's, I mean,
it goes with Mario.
It was built on that foundation, so that's what makes Zelda work. You know, there are some series that work that way. And Uncharted, like you said, because it's a story game, there needs to be a beginning and an ending.
Yeah,
so it will end.
Yeah, Sony could have, or Naughty Dog could have done that, man, with games like fucking, you know, Crash Bandicoot or Jak and Daxter, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, hopefully we get it.
Jak and Daxter again.
Exactly, I agree with Koopa. We're
they
never going to see it again.
Up. They're too good for Jak and Daxter now.
Well, they said that, right? They're like, we're done making those.
Yeah, they said we don't want to do those kind of games anymore.
Yeah, but didn't they come out 2 weeks later, though, Alex, and correct that statement?
That was just PR BS. Like, they were just trying to appease the crowd that were mad about. Yeah, that were mad about that. They're just covering their asses, which it did jack shit. They can kiss my ass.
The fact that who was the people that made fucking Ratchet and Clank? Who is that?
Insomniac.
Is that Sucker Punch? Oh, Insomniac. The fact that Insomniac actually wants to show, like, you know, at least like the fans who want to buy Ratchet and Clank some more love, I can respect that. That's a game I'm looking forward to playing. But at the same time, it's like, how many people are actually going to go out of their way in this day and age and actually buy that game? Not many. That's going to be a really, really bad seller on the PS4, I guarantee you. I'll be surprised.
About it.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if that game can match the sales of like Last of Us Remastered, man. When that game is something that's close to 3 million right now. There's no way, in my opinion, that I think the new Ratchet and Clank people are going to run out there and buy that, except for the loyalty fans that know what the franchise is and love that franchise, like myself.
It'll probably do similar numbers to Little Big Planet 3. Like
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah,
I'm super disappointed with how that game performed.
Retarded. That to me is retarded. It's no wonder why all these people out there constantly fucking say that Nintendo fans are fucking nothing, just a bunch of fucking kids and shit like that, because we buy games with that kind of art style, you know what I mean? But like on Sony console, the moment a game like that comes out, it's like, yeah, whatever, fuck it, well, fucking the sales bomb, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Because all they want is realistic vibe bullshit, man. And to me, it's like, all right, well, that's what you guys want. Have fun with that boring shit.
Making games realistic is why we're in the situation we're in, which is why we have fucking $40 season passes.
Yep.
Yeah, totally right. I agree.
Because I mean, imagine say if Call of Duty looked like, I don't know, the same equivalent graphics to that of Borderlands, all cell shaded and shit like that.
Yeah, it would cost them a lot less.
It wouldn't even cost that much. Exactly.
Yeah, and it can look
still look good.
People forget.
Still be good.
Exactly. Call of Duty, it would still play just like Call of Duty, except the graphics just look like cel-shaded Borderlands. Because a lot of people don't, forget too as well that Borderlands 1 was never supposed to look like that. The only reason why they did it like that is because they made the world a lot more bigger than what the original game had. So Gearbox was smart by downgrading it and making it cel-shaded. Because when that game first got revealed, it looked like almost something similar to that of fucking Battlefield.
And you know
almost,
what the best part of that is? Because they went that way, that game will stand the test of time and will look better for longer.
Yeah,
exactly. Thus the lesson we learned from the Wind Waker.
Go, just try, if you can, try and play the first Modern Warfare. You can't, because it looks like fucking dog shit now.
It does look like shit. Same thing when you go back and play the original Gears of War.
At the time, it was cutting edge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, wait, watch what's going to happen
why they don't want to use
10 years. Go ahead, Cooper. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't want to use an artistic vision in their games.
Because
like
that's not what people want.
I understand
they
that.
They have to cater to these retards.
But obviously,
but what drives that mentality, though?
Because it's hardcore, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
gamers don't know what they want until they're given to them, so...
Yeah, they have to be told what they want. So if Sony comes and tells you cel-shaded is the future, magically, cel-shaded will be the future.
I wish Sony would actually do that, to be quite honest.
Well, they're broke, so they might.
A better place.
Well, they're going to have to figure out something.
Look at a game. I mean, imagine how fucking crappy the Order 1886 is going to look 10 years from today.
Yeah, exactly.
The game
it's cutting edge and gorgeous now, but in 10 years it'll look like shit.
It's the same thing as film. Like a lot of movies are that way. They only last so long, unless you're Star Wars and you last forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, certain films like that. Yeah, will definitely do that. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know where this whole trend came from. I think it's because of the whole like generation leap stuff that we had. So people were expecting to see a lot more realistic fucking visions in games.
But that wasn't even the thing. Like the original claim for going next gen was so we can get bigger worlds and experience things we haven't done before. It wasn't about graphics.
Yeah, we haven't seen that shit yet, man.
Because they keep focusing on fucking graphics, and they don't have enough money to make the world open.
I think it really started with
consoles can't do both.
To me, it started with the 6th generation, man. That was where like a certain kind of gamer started to show up, and like the PlayStation 2, for as great as it was, like it cultivated this like weird kind of gamer and this weird perception of like how sleek and super cool and like trendy and fashionable your gaming could be. And I think that it's been like a snowball effect since then. That's where I've seen it start. And then all these weird practices and some of these broken business models just started trickling out after that. And like, I mean, I still like all the companies and manufacturers enough for what they are, but that is definitely the genesis of a lot of the BS and like the bad attitude that gamers have when they decide where to spend their dollar on gaming. I think it started around the 6th gen. I mean, the PlayStation 2 probably is where that came from, I think.
I'm
not disparaging the PS2. There was a great system, but it just started a bunch of bad things.
Sony's always been the one that pushes graphics. That's always been their mantra.
Well, here's the thing. Honestly,
I agree. You know what, there, Rob. I do agree with you because Zen actually believes in the same theory that PS2 was a generation where all this graphical fidelity shit started, man.
Yeah, because they could. They had more power, and they had more options because of the disc as opposed to the N64 with their cartridge.
And with the first PlayStation for sure.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, PS2 you can do a lot more with the DVD compatibilities because it had more room and it had more whatever you want to call it, whereas the GameCube discs were a lot more smaller, and plus a lot of the developers like,
with that stupid small disc.
The thing is, like I mean,
it's all perception, though, man.
Yeah,
it is. Nintendo is the masters of fucking when it comes to compressing their shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you look at it, when you download digitally a game like 3D World, and that game is like less than 2 gigs. You think to yourself, how the fuck? How is that possible, man?
I know, it's crazy.
Like games on the other system are like 30 to fucking 70 gigs, man. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, that's why Nintendo works, man, because like they make their systems and they do make it hard for other teams to develop on their systems, which is a problem in and of itself. But it allows them to work.
That's a separate issue.
they're casting fucking spells on their system and doing amazing things with it that other teams can't do. But their stuff turns out phenomenal, you know.
Yeah.
And that's just what they do.
There's some devs that can, because like look at Shinin. They
are doing some awesome crap. Like
they're few and far between though. That's the thing. Because a lot of the devs, they don't want to put the time into figuring out the hardware.
Bayonetta 2, man. I mean, when you look at Bayonetta 1 compared to Bayonetta 2, or Bayonetta 2, you compare it to the first game.
Bayonetta 2 is gorgeous. It makes Bayonetta 1 look ugly and dreary.
Yeah, it does, because there's more color in Bayonetta.
Yeah, the first one was dark because it was on 360 and PS3, and those guys don't like color.
Yeah.
Apparently not, which blows my fucking mind.
And that is another thing that irritates me, the color option. Do y'all not have a color palette? Like, they just leave brown, black, gray, and anything dark is just the only color options they can go off of.
Yeah. The sales of Sunset Overdrive prove it. These guys don't like color.
Yeah,
because that is, for my money, the best game on the Xbox One.
Without question.
Yeah, without question. Yeah, definitely. Most fucking definitely, man. Game looks gorgeous as fuck, but yeah, most people just look at it. It's
gorgeous, it's fun, it's funny, it's filled with content. These guys didn't touch it.
And yeah, it's funny because everybody sits there and says, crazy. Like, you know, the game looks too kitty, but yeah, it's got a fucking M rated slapped in the box. So when people are saying that kind of shit, when you say the game's
about that
Nintendo did that. You know what I mean?
Right. Aside from the color, there's really nothing. Even with the color, there's nothing kitty about that game whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, that game is awesome.
That drives me crazy. And now because of that, it probably will go to PC, and then these stupid Xbox guys are going to cry that it's going PC when it's your own fault for not buying the game in the first place.
Yeah.
True that.
Yep.
Well, I don't like those type of games. What? Colored games? Like games with color in it?
These guys still have to make money.
Right.
Well, and it depends on the audience. It depends on the audience and the way they push their message. You know, like when you look at like all Nintendo's games, which are the really colorful games and the ones that we all like, and people bitch about that. Like, if you look at the software sales from each different company, the software sales and the attach rate of the Wii U stuff is far and away higher than the other guys. Because the people who have the Wii U and people who are Nintendo fans, we know how good those games are, and they sell like crazy. Or really good games in the other systems, with the rare exception, they don't sell as well, and they have more units in people's homes.
Yeah, Call of Duty and GTA take no problem, but that's it. Like that's it. Like when we're gonna see another game that comes out,
that's it. It's like, do these people only buy 2
Call of
games a
Duty
year or something?
Yeah, man. I mean, think of it. Put it in, like in an actual nutshell, man. PS4, or I should say, PS4 and Xbox One right now is currently where it stands. Is that it's pretty disgusting that you have Call of Duty and GTA as your fucking major highest selling fucking games on that system, dude.
Yeah, and
what the fuck? A lot of games on that system should be racking up there in those sale numbers, man, but they don't. And the question is, why? Like, why?
Because they people don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me at all, man.
I try not to talk shit about the consoles and stuff, but people don't know why they buy them. Like, they have been being sold. They've been being sold on fucking hype for a long time. That's
even the creators of these things don't even know why they're buying them.
They don't.
They don't
all
know.
we hear is excuse after excuse after excuse. And like when people say that the PS4 is a God's gift, a miracle, and yet when you really sit back and look at it from a perspective and say, okay, you know what? Let me see what games they're offering on here. I don't care what the system we do. I want to see the games because that's why I buy a video game console to begin with.
Yeah.
When you look at the fucking game, it's just like, is this really your library right now? It's not.
When you look at your library, like let's say you buy a PS4, you buy a couple games. Oh, there's a bit of a drought. Let me buy a remaster. Okay, let me buy another remaster. Okay, let me buy another remaster. Then a couple months down the road, you look at your lineup, you're like, these are the same fucking PS3 games.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone could be happy with that. Like, we have one remaster on the Wii U, and it's 12 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, even though the other remasters are going to fucking 3DS, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever.
I still maintain we're getting I don't want that on the 3DS.
That's not guaranteed. That's going to be
Princess?
3DS. Twilight Princess is going to be on the 3DS, man. I guarantee it. 'Cause
Fuck.
Pokemon Company
smart,
just
they'll
announced.
release them.
It deserves so much more because that's the graphic-heavy Zelda, and I want it on the HD console.
Yeah,
it
I
needs
agree.
to have that freaking that look that it had for the tech demo.
Yeah, if they can bring Twilight Princess with what that tech demo did, dude.
Oh my god,
then
I'll be so
by all
That
happy.
means,
tech
that would
demo was
fucking
gorgeous.
Yeah, that would be
everyone can
like.
keep their fucking mouth shut for a while.
Here's the problem, though, like
won't.
that tech demo, like that wasn't like a
point, good
reskin
point,
to Twilight Princess. That was a build from the ground
That was built
up.
from the ground
Yep.
up.
So
Yeah.
they can't reskin that game with that. They'd have to build the game that way, and that's basically just a
Yeah.
brand new Zelda game. So
Mhm.
it's a nice dream, though. 'Cause,
But I mean, you got the
They can do it
Pokemon.
then.
I mean, they could. It would just take forever and be really
Take
expensive.
a while.
The
Yeah.
Pokemon Company just confirmed there today that Pokemon Yellow remake is coming out this year at the end of
That was real?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was real.
Oh, I thought that was fake.
No, that was real.
Oh, that's
It was
awesome. I
made
like
for-
Pokemon Yellow.
But yeah, people are gonna take that and be like, "Oh, you guys get another fucking remaster." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not on our console. It's on a handheld."
It's on a fucking
It
handheld.
doesn't even matter. It's
And
an
it's
old
like
ass
10,
fucking
it's like
game.
10, 15 years
It's
old.
old,
anyways.
old,
What
old,
Coupon
old
said.
game.
It's
So I don't
old.
want to hear
When
it.
they're old, it makes sense. When they're last year, it's ridiculous.
If it's something
Yeah,
from
yeah,
last year, last gen, no, stop.
But like,
You have no
they're
right to
taking
scream.
a Game Boy fucking game, man, from way back
Yep.
in the '90s and remaking it again. So
Yep.
yeah, it makes.
I remember I had the yellow Pikachu Game Boy.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. That was the first Pokemon game I ever played, and then I fucking spent so much goddamn time on, man, that I almost got kicked out of my own fucking school for fucking playing it too much.
They're like, stop catching those Charmongers and get out of here.
Fuck you, I don't need you. I'm a
Should always
Pokemon
be-
master,
Aaron, what are you
bitch.
doing in the class? Fuck, you ever really have to ask me a
I
question?
gotta
in the middle
catch
of
'em
a
all.
question? I'm trying to catch Pokemon, bitch. Leave me alone.
Stop
But
But that's
telling
the
me
thing,
about
though,
the
man. When it's
Civil
all
War.
said and done,
Then burst out
When it's
into
all said
a
and done,
Pokemon song.
hoping. Because I mean, now that we're now that we're getting close to like fucking E3's coming around the corner and whatnot, dude, I'm really hoping to God like both systems have a complete big holiday season this year to really knock it out of the park and make up for the lack of what last year was. 'Cause last year at the end we had a couple okay games like Dragon Quest or Dragon Age Inquisition and maybe Shadows of Dog Shit. That was pretty much basically about it. But outside from that whole entire first year was abysmal for both
Yep.
platforms. Even with Master Chief coming out and that game was broken for months on end, still broken. Unity came out, that game was broken as shit, but people still went out in droves and fucking bought it and made it sell like over 5+ million fucking units, dude, which is really goddamn disgusting.
Yeah, it
they're
really
broken
is.
games.
I don't know, man. It's fucked, man, the way gaming is going right now, dude. And I hate seeing the way it is, but sadly, we're only a small minority of it because there's too
We're
many
in the beginning of a crash.
There's too much
so,
retardation.
There's too many
Too much
retards and
retardation, man.
losers and corporate slaves.
Yeah,
Yep.
but we're the Wii U weirdos.
Well, yeah, hey, like I said, if I'm gonna be labeled that dude, fucking I'll run with it, man. 'Cause at least I'm guaranteed quality and polish.
I'm not
Nah,
claiming to be
be proud
labeled
of it.
shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a Wii U
Whatever.
weirdo than some fucking idiot that runs out and buys garbage all day.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the thing too as well. It's like the same mentality when people always ask you. It's like, oh, why would you pick the Wii U over an Xbox One, or why would you pick the Wii U?
Because
over
it
anything
has
else?
games
It
to
has
play.
games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But what I tell them now is, dude, it's like, look, I said, why wouldn't I? Because I mean, Nintendo themselves. Like when I speak about Nintendo, I'm talking about the company itself, not what third parties bring to the other previous generation consoles. I don't give a fuck about that. But when I mention Nintendo itself, I speak specifically about the company and the games they offer as a company, software-wise. So every generation, Nintendo has been giving me the exact same quality and the exact same content since the NES up till now. They have not been different on that. And that's why I'm still loyal to their console every goddamn generation. People don't seem to understand that.
And it's why they're going to be okay, man. I've said this so many times. I've said it on my videos and I've said it on podcasts. Like, I'm telling you, Nintendo has created a business model and a niche for themselves where they can survive exactly how they're going.
They may not thrive
they can sell
or be
20
the
or
best, but they can survive solely
Yeah,
on
not
their
even
own
just-
software.
And not even just like survive, like they can survive like comfortably. Like, not not scrape by. Like they can probably sell 30 million Wii U's and 30 million of the next system or whatever. And like if they're doing okay and they're making a profit, that is more important than the hard fucking number of, well, our number is bigger than the competition's number. They don't care about the
They don't care. They care that they're not losing $1 billion this
Yeah, and
fiscal
plus,
year.
if Nintendo really gave two shits about that, I mean, given the fact that
That's
they're
the
already
company you
in
buy
their
stock
third
in.
year. Yeah, exactly. But yet nobody does. Even though like their stock kind of went up there for a little while there because of the whole DNA thing. But the thing of it is, but when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, man, a lot of these people out there, they always use that number value to their fucking arguments, man. I think that
That's nice.
PlayStation is selling the
we have numbers too. For instance, Nintendo is worth more than Sony. That's a big number.
That pisses them off when you say shit like that, though, which is awesome.
Facts are facts.
Sony's
They're worth
not
more.
good. Sony has money. Sony has money. Okay.
If you want to go by numbers and money, Microsoft wins automatically. No questions.
Hands
Yeah,
down.
Microsoft's got infinite.
They have
amounts of
infinite money.
No, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think that same rule applies though for the actual Xbox division. I think they have a limited of that or something like that.
Xbox division is losing money though for
Yeah,
them.
they don't really do
Well, yeah,
that
but
well.
they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah. All they would do is just get
Microsoft's
rid of it
company in general
altogether.
makes enough
Yeah.
money as it is already, so it makes up for that loss. So they don't give
Well,
a
and I
fuck.
think that's why the Windows 10 rollout is happening the way it is. Like,
Yeah, it's to supplement the Xbox.
well, and it's to like I think merge the gaming and Xbox division with all the rest of the stuff they do that is very successful, like the PC, the tablet stuff, and all that, so that it all becomes this ubiquitous sort of platform that. And so people who wouldn't normally buy an Xbox understand what the Xbox would do because it's part of this whole Windows 10 thing, and they're probably going to figure it out. Like, I actually like Microsoft, and I believe in them when it comes to the gaming stuff. But as of right now, they're losing money on Xbox. That's
They've
definitely
always
true.
lost money on Xbox. They've never turned a profit with Xbox.
He left, dude. He's not in the actual hang on anymore.
Yeah, Mega.
Oh, well, I couldn't tell the difference. He never fucking speaks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fucking dumb shit.
Yeah, he just left.
But yeah, but.
Man, we've been Debbie
Well, all right,
Doubters
so
this whole time, man. Let's talk about something fun.
Yeah, let's move into some more
Yeah.
lighthearted stuff. We're gonna get to the whole Platonic and Yooka-Laylee there at the end of this, before this podcast ends, before we take your guys' questions. But I want to move on to a little bit more and talk a little bit more about E3 because this is technically is the pre-E3 month before the actual month begins, which is awesome.
Yes,
so you're gonna start seeing a lot of rumors, a lot of heavy rumors come out throughout the month of May. But midway through, we're gonna start seeing a ton of that shit because just like what we did, like every year, we always see big rumors come out middle of the year or middle of the month. Sorry for May. So I'm kind of curious to get your guys' speculation on some rumors that you guys think you guys might end up hearing fucking for later on sometime this month. Do you guys think like there is going to be an actual Uncharted trilogy collection coming out? Do you guys think that that's the core thing?
Yeah, probably.
That's the real reason Uncharted 4 was delayed.
That's what I'm thinking too as well. Yeah, I agree. I think they want to they want to spend more time working on that game, so they just gave fucking Uncharted trilogy to like another little small portion of a developer that works for Sony and say, here. Exactly, and it's gonna work because people will buy that shit in a heartbeat. 3 games
I
for
got
fucking
my
It's
Uncharted
hard to
too.
argue with 3 games.
I got my Uncharted trilogy.
And then
Like,
they'll
last
use that
conversation
money
was
to
awesome.
create more DLC for Uncharted to sell to you in a season pass.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, but with
No, I mean,
Uncharted, it's
Go
going to
ahead,
be the
sir.
multiplayer stuff that I just don't even care about.
Yeah, probably.
That's what they did with The Last of Us, and like I think The Last of Us DLC was handled fine because they released a couple multiplayer things, and I was like, I don't give a fuck, so I didn't buy it.
we're not
And then
handling
they
it
came out with
anymore.
And then they came out with Left
That's what we're fucking
Behind,
doing
which was
now.
great and totally worth it a year later. So, like, to me, that's how you do it. So if they borrow that same model for Uncharted 4, that's fine. I don't really care. That's just me, though.
But I think one of the biggest things that I really want to see go down is what Bethesda's going to be fucking announcing, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Fallout 4. That's been heavily hinted at now for a long time, and they keep shutting it down. As far as like these rumors go, they keep like no comment or no, it's not Fallout 4, blah 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 blah. But yet, anytime when something about the new Elder Scrolls comes around, fucking they never say anything about it. You know what I mean? So normally when a
Do you guys
developer,
remember? Do you guys remember last year there was that fake website that was counting down to a Fallout 4 thing?
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy hype. I was so bought into that stuff. I was like, oh my god, when is it going to stop counting?
Everybody
And then
was.
it was-
All media sites were covering that shit left and right, dude. And then they came out of nowhere, and some guy's like, "Yeah, I made this for the fuck of it." And
Yeah,
it
I
worked.
remember how
It was
that
propaganda
got
stuff.
busted. So,
Yeah, that guy did. But the thing is, though, Bethesda shut it down. That's what I mean. But I guarantee if it was Elder Scrolls, they wouldn't give a flying fuck, man. Because that's not the game they're working on. They're working on Fallout.
They've been releasing Elder Scrolls games though. Like, since Fallout New Vegas, we've had 2 Elder Scrolls games because we had Skyrim and we had Elder Scrolls Online. So they've been like doing a lot of Elder Scrolls
but the thing
stuff.
is, when it comes to Elder Scrolls Online, well, that is true. But the Elder Scrolls Online was not developed by them; it was only published by Bethesda. So the MMO, I don't know. I'm talking about like games directly from Bethesda itself. So they did
as
the
a
same
development
kind of
studio,
tradition,
yeah.
kind of like. Yeah, as far as like what Bethesda does, if they're going to keep going back and forth between like like Elder Scrolls Fallout and Elder Scrolls Fallout, so this time around it would definitely be Fallout. But I guarantee you, one announcement that I can see coming is they're going to be porting over PS4 and Xbox One the Elder Scrolls Legendary Edition for that system too as well. I'm calling it right fucking now, man. I guarantee it. Another goddamn remaster coming.
What do you mean? What are you thinking?
Like, I'm talking about, 'cause you remember there was that Legendary Edition that launched on both 360 and PS3 and PC that comes with all the DLC and like, essentially the game of the year.
Skyrim?
Right?
You mean Skyrim?
Skyrim, yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
guarantee you they're going to announce that fucking Skyrim Legendary Edition during that Bethesda conference, man. I guarantee it. And if you buy it or something like that, because I think Fallout 4 may have multiplayer on there. I think. I'm just spitballing here, but
I'd be okay with it.
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, there's been rumors
about. If you give me a Fallout game with like co-op on it, dude, that would be fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, because there's been rumors about an online, like a Fallout MMO, kind of like the Elder Scrolls for a while. And like, I would rather have it just be an actual Fallout game with a co-op function like that. To me, that would be a great way to do Fallout and a great way to like experience and explore that huge world. Yeah. So if they do like a co-op thing, I mean, I think that'd be great. And I'm super pumped for Fallout. I know it's gonna happen, so like prepare yourself because it will happen this year.
Your anus.
And I'm super excited.
Yeah, I don't care about those franchises. I don't really give a shit. But
Stop
hopefully
it,
it
Alex.
comes
Play
up for you
good
guys.
games. Alex, play good games.
Those games suck. I hope it comes up for you.
Hold on, I'm sorry, but I have to take a moment here to pause just for 1 second. I want you guys to click on that link I just posted. Somebody just sent me a fan art.
Okay.
Is this gonna corrupt my computer?
No. It's just a photo. Just a photo. But I want you guys to look at it and read it.
Oh Jesus! What is this?
This is fan art. This is a fan art piece that Alchemist guy in the chat there fucking did for me.
Oh, Alchemist, yeah.
And this is officially his second one.
It's fantastic.
Witness claimed the kidnapper was a fat Canadian fat fuck. If you see Princess Cat Peach, please call your local RCMP and Nintendo to flag his video.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys,
awesome.
man?
You're busted, man.
That was awesome.
You're gonna have to start registering everywhere you go.
Well,
Yeah.
the manhandler, so whatever. Fuck that skank. But thank you for the actual fan art there, fucking Alchemist, man. I really, really do appreciate that,
cool.
dude. That shit's awesome. Keep that shit coming, dude. Because I can always like start adding like fan art shit at the beginning of my videos or some shit like that. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. That's what what's his name there. A lot of other big name YouTubers tend to do with fan art and shit. Like Markiplier and PewDiePie all do that shit, but whatever. But anyways, sorry about that. I just wanted to take a little moment just to appreciate that because I thought it was fucking funny as hell. But anyways, back to what we were saying. So yeah, E3. So, but yeah, now that PC is gonna have its own conference, which to me I'm still a little bit fucking weirded out about because I've never seen that happen before. I'm wondering if that's gonna be mainly towards like either showing games or showing hardware. Like I wonder if that's gonna be designed for like NVIDIA and AMD talk about like fucking, or NVIDIA comes out and announces their next gen fucking technology what they're working on.
Probably show a new graphics card. Maybe we'll see a couple.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too as well. Because games that comes with the territory when it comes to third party wise. But
yeah,
to have its own press conference, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
It's really weird.
But I think
it's weird because it's not like they're gonna get exclusive games.
The Steam box, I think, is the reason why Alex thinks.
Well,
yeah, I think it's more about the Steam stuff.
I don't think it has to be about exclusive games though, because EA and Ubisoft are just third-party studios, and they have full-featured, fully fleshed out, long press conferences with a lot of content for all sorts of platforms. So I just imagine it's going to be like that. But typically Bethesda doesn't make as much content as those companies. So
yeah, they only make 1 or 2 games.
I mean, they do. They have a couple other divisions. I can't remember what they are, because they published The Evil Within. They published Wolfenstein: The New Order under different other development studios that they have. So I feel like they're going to spend a lot of time with those smaller companies and games that they're working on.
I figured it out. I know what it is going to be. You're going to have fat, sweaty Gabe Newell come out and announce fucking Portal 3 and Half-Life 3.
Yeah, right.
It's never going to happen. They basically said they don't want to make those games, and I don't know why. Well, Portal 3,
they'll never be able to live up to the hype. That's why.
Well, that too, but I think it's because there's a lot of people out there that make fan-made mods for them, so Valve just looks at them and say, you know what, we'll just keep the fan service away and say fuck them, you know what I mean? Which to me is really, really stupid, but at the same time I can see where he's coming from. Because if you look at the mod or that fan-made game, that Black Mercy game that came out, fucking people are using that as their fucking remake to the original Half-Life, man.
So basically, this explains why they were charging people $1 to do mods on Steam.
Yeah, but
they were trying to make money off of other people's games that they should have. I know they did. I know they did, but they did it in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, they Yeah, but due to the backlash, which is why I have a lot of respect though for fucking the fat fuck game, because when it's all said and done, you know, he heard the backlash. Unlike these other third parties, they hear backlash, but they don't give a flying fuck because they still want your goddamn money. Fucking
Yeah, I agree. It's great that they got rid of
They're
it.
in a different situation because they have a monopoly.
Exactly.
Like if you're on PC, like if people don't want to go to Steam, they can go somewhere else and download games.
Yep.
He has to listen to them.
Exactly. Yeah, because people can abandon that to go to Origin.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to use Origin?
It's not like with Nintendo. If you say fuck you, blah blah blah, that you still have to buy Nintendo to play their games. There's no other way around it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
it's
true.
a different situation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So now, when it comes to fucking EA and Ubisoft, man, let's do a little quick prediction for them real quick. I think Ubisoft
next.
I think as far if I have to say that there's gonna be one thing that'll be showing off. I don't expect to see fucking both Rainbow Six Siege and The Division dropping in the same year. I think that's a little too much. I think The Division's
getting a delay.
Yeah, that's what I think so too as well. But I would not be surprised if they show they tease it or they show a trailer for it or something like that for Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah,
Watch Dogs
for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a teaser. We're gonna get a CGI trailer.
A CGI teaser.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Yep.
It's gonna be the same trailer we saw for Watch Dogs 1, and it's just gonna say Watch Dogs 2.
Yep.
As far as like
EA
EA goes, EA is going to come out and do the exact same thing they do every fucking year. They're going to branch out and talk about their sports. Yeah, exactly. Sports, Need for Speed.
And then Star Wars.
Star Wars, sports, and more sports.
Well, they have Mass Effect this year.
And Mass Effect. They'll probably end the show with Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2.
So EA's conference this year is going to be
Titanfall, maybe.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 also.
So make that You got Titanfall 2 they're going to be showing off during that conference. You're going to have Battlefront, which a lot of people are really going to be paying attention to that. And then, of course, you also got the awesome Mass Effect 4, which is I'm really fucking excited for that.
Well, and I talked about this on my E3 video, too. Like, I'm really hoping and expecting them to talk about other Star Wars games. Because that license is way too big, and people are like, it's time for them to start unloading Star Wars on us.
I want another Force Unleashed.
Yeah, like I really hope they don't get that shit because I was so angry at the Force. But something else, and there's been like legitimate rumors that resurfaced a while ago that no one really talked about. That 1313 is being reformatted to something else. So like it was brought back to become something different. So I'm hoping that we get other Star Wars games. I mean, more than just Battlefront, I think is what they need to show us.
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, remember, there was another company that was supposed to be working on a Star Wars game. I think it was from the same people that made Hardline, I think, man. Or something like that. I heard that.
Within EA, you mean? Or?
Within EA.
Visceral. Yeah, no, there's a rumor that Visceral is the one that took over 1313, and it's becoming because 1313 was going to be about Boba Fett, and it was going to center around the bounty hunters on Coruscant and all this other cool shit. But apparently they're turning it into something different about a different character, and it's going to be like similar but different game. I don't know. And Visceral's a great studio. By the way, I would love to hear from Dead Space 4 too. That would be really cool.
Yeah, so, that series is gone.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it's incredibly possible we hear from it. Maybe not this year, but I think it's coming.
I can agree with you. I can agree with you on that, but I guarantee they're going to find some way to fucking fuck it up like they did with the third game.
I don't know. I think just for this year, I think they're only going to focus on Battlefront.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think at this E3 we'll see more than one Star Wars game.
So they might not. You're right. And but the other thing that I had also mentioned in my video too is even if they don't show another game or anything, I think if anything they'll at least talk about the future of Star Wars and remind people we're not just making Battlefront. We have 10 years of the Star Wars license. So there's more Star Wars games that will be coming. We'll show you more next year. Something like that.
EA has a death grip on Star Wars for 10 years.
They do. It really kind of.
Yeah, well, there goes my fucking childhood out the window.
They have a fucking Vader Force choke on that shit.
So let's talk about a little bit more about the big ones before we end this one and go into the whole Yooka-Laylee thing. So we'll keep Nintendo. We'll do them last. So let's well, I mean, I guess we'll get Sony out of the way first, because it's gonna be easy for Alex because he ain't gonna say shit about it except for bitch.
It's all dog shit.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, it is. It's garbage. It's worthless. They have nothing to show.
I just want to see. I would like to see Sony show off a little bit more exclusive. I mean, we already know that Uncharted is coming the following year. But no, they can obviously make more, and that's their job is to make.
They're not
gonna. Knack, Drive Club, Order.
No, I'm talking about like no. Well,
those are all exclusives, and they're new, are they not?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm talking about ones that they have like that are gonna be coming out in the future. Where I want
Ones that
something
aren't
to build,
shit.
fucking, well,
Uncharted.
hopefully not shit. Yeah.
We're
Uncharted, I'm
gonna
definitely
see
back.
Batman, and they're gonna pretend that's exclusive. We're gonna see probably what the hell, Rainbow Six. They're gonna pretend that's exclusive. We're gonna see Call of Duty. They're gonna pretend that's exclusive. We're gonna see.
Hell,
It'd
they're
be
already
interesting. It'd be interesting to see Call of Duty jump ship from a press conference from Microsoft to Sony.
I think they're going to this
They
year.
already are.
They've
They already confirmed that already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Microsoft lost the exclusive rights or whatever the hell they had before.
Damn. Well, and that's weird to me because it did sell. Advanced Warfare
It
did
sold
sell
more
better
on PS4.
Xbox One.
Are you sure? I thought it sold better on PS4.
No, it sold. I mean, not by a huge margin, but it absolutely sold more copies on the Xbox One, which shocked me too.
That is crazy since PS4 is like double the install base.
It's true, and also because I do think that Ghost sold more on the PS4. But
that's what it was. Okay, I knew Ghost. One of them sold more.
Yeah, Advanced Warfare, which was the most recent one, that sold more on the Xbox One, so they did a good job with that.
But like, maybe like the main game I really want to see in motion, not CG trailers or that crap like that, but I want to see the actual gameplay footage. Is Ratchet and Clank, the remake one that's coming out. I want to see that mostly. That's the only thing I'm really excited for as far as Sony's.
I'm super excited. I think that it would be really interesting if we hear from God of War, but I don't think that's going to happen. They said that's pretty far out.
Well, we'll see more about the God of War 3 remake.
Yeah, you're probably
$40
right.
fucking dollars.
No
that's
thanks.
fine. That's a fine price, I guess. I'm not
That's
too mad
better
about
than
that.
60. I'm not lying. Like at least they didn't make it 60.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Like
Okay.
fucking 30 or something.
They'll probably show a couple exclusive games, you know.
They'll
I
probably
think
give
that
you a CGI teaser for God of War 4, but you're not gonna see gameplay. No,
I mean, I'm
way.
expecting to see like Guerrilla Studios' new little like big ass open world game that they were making, Horizon, I think it's called. I'm sure that's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, that's that other fucking what's that stupid space the game they have coming?
Oh
Where all
yeah,
you do is drive around and you just fly around in space.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, we'll see
No
that
Man's Sky.
shit again.
Oh, dude,
Yeah, that's going to be there again. I'm expecting to see
it's gonna be great.
gameplay.
And
Yeah, I
that,
wanna see gameplay
that
for
shitty
Horizon.
game, the only way you could ever enjoy that is if you're fucking high off your ass and eating chips and just flying through space.
Well, I think that depends on what we
Sounds like
actually
fun to me.
get out of it.
Fuck it.
They haven't showed much of it. Like, what is it?
I will agree with you guys there. Like,
Nobody
right now, we really
explains
don't
that.
have.
Nobody knows.
We have no
Like, they
context.
better show something this year.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
no context for that game. It's just like here's you just existing in this world. So you're right. They do need to show us what you actually do and what the purpose is. So if they deliver on that, I think that game is going to be a bona fide hit. If it's
Yeah, if
really
they can
not much more
deliver
than what
on
they've
that.
showed, yeah, if it's not much more than what they've showed, then who knows? It might not.
I think people are going to be
I'm
getting a
excited.
rude awakening once they finally understand that it's only like 4 or 5 people working on this game, and it's not going
they've
to be
been
this
pretty
huge
open
game.
about that though. They've
I
said
know,
that.
but people are pretending like this
Like
is some
it's
AAA super
AAA,
game that's gonna
yeah.
be the savior of the PS4.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like, it doesn't
they're
make any
just
sense.
ignorant. They're just ignorant
Yeah.
because Sony,
Exactly,
Sony
that's
hasn't
the
been
ignorant
hiding that
side, yeah.
information.
Yeah.
No, you can
like,
be up in front with it, man. It's that's me. It's the fans that fucking ruin that image, man.
well, that's their problem. But it's gonna be funny when they realize what the hell it is because we haven't seen anything
At the
concrete
end of
on
the
it.
day, it's just an indie game.
It's just a bunch of people flying around in space. Like you haven't given us any meat and potatoes of this freaking game. I don't even know what it does.
Yeah,
What
I
is
want to see combat. That's what I want to see because they haven't shown that yet.
If it's combat or if you're farming for stuff, what are you doing? Who are the characters? What's going on? What's the story? Nobody has
Yeah.
nothing. It's gonna be awesome.
Well,
okay.
we know the vague a little bit of what the story is like. That's like the middle of the universe, but I mean, fucking outside from that, it's like okay, but you got to show me more. All you showed me was the guy walking around, not really interacting with anything, going through a portal, flying in a
All
ship.
I've
and that's
seen is
the end of your
Chucky
fucking
hair
trailer.
all over the place.
But one game though that I'm really curious, and this is probably going to throw everybody off for a loop though, that I really want to see with this game how they approach it. Do you guys remember that Kickstarter project that came out there last year that apparently got fucking what do you call it there? Tacked in for fucking for copyright infringement there. It was a Kickstarter project where you play as like a serial killer and you have like it was like 4 against 1. Think of it like Evolves technology wise, but like one guy plays like the serial killer, but you can have like this ability it's called Predator
yeah,
mode.
the Jason one that they took
Yeah,
down and now it's supposed to
I
be
don't know,
that game-
Friday
I don't know.
13th.
I think that game, that
Yeah.
concept itself, I forget what the hell it was called, but
It
that
was
concept itself,
called-
I want to see
it
what
was
the Friday
called
13th
it was called
game is
Last
like.
Summer or something, or
Oh, you
or
mean Until Dawn?
yeah, no, not
No,
that.
no,
That's that stupid movie game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, that's a game that I have faith in, so I'm excited for that. But
Really?
anyway,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
I totally until I see otherwise. Which, if I see otherwise, that'll change my opinion. But until I do see
Agreed.
otherwise, I
I
want to
don't know,
believe
that
it's
that
gonna
looks
be
like
good.
more of a movie.
It reminds me of like an evolution of like the point and click adventure kind
Point
of
and
games.
click
You know what I
game.
mean? Yeah, which
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of from back in my old days. So that's why.
Yeah,
I'm not
it could be
holding
really
too
good.
much
It
fucking
could not be.
forward,
So, Alex, you might be able to have your whole like "fuck Sony" thing, and that may be
Well, I
true.
probably will anyways.
Yeah, but
we already talking to Alex here, so yeah, that's already.
I'm
That game's
hoping it
gonna
turns out
suck,
to be
you
good.
know it.
No, but as I was saying, the game I want to see gameplay for.
Oh,
man,
okay,
that's
this guy's saying it's called
Friday the
Hatred.
13th.
No,
Friday
it's
the
not
13th,
hatred. It's not.
No,
Not
Hatred's
Hatred,
different.
Shitty
Last
game.
year, that's what it's called. Last year, thank you.
Last year, yeah, that
Last
one.
year?
It was
Yeah,
that
that's
game.
what it's
Yeah,
called.
that game got the Kickstarter project got taken down because fucking apparently they copyright flagged it for Jason, like the lookalike of the
Obviously.
character and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then 2 weeks later, fucking they announced the fucking Friday the 13th video game.
Yeah. So they're
So,
basically
I
turning
wanna
it
see
into
what.
that.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too. as well.
That's
If
what
it
they're
is like
doing.
that, I'm all fucking for it because I like the whole concept behind that, man. So we'll see it. But that's one game I'm really kind of curious to see what the game's going to look like at the end of the day.
Yeah.
yeah, I
It
just don't
looked-
know anything about it. So
What they
Yeah.
showed of it looked great, and then they flagged it, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because
So,
I would have easily backed that shit up because the concept sounded fucking amazing on paper, man.
We'll see what they do with it because,
Yep.
yeah, I don't know.
All right, so let's move on to Microsoft, and then we'll go to Nintendo, and then we'll do the last topic of the night before going to questions. So Microsoft, Alex, we'll start with you because you know it's the best box. So
It is the best box, better than your dog shit PS4. But anyways, we're gonna see Gears of War. We're gonna see Forza 6. We're gonna see Halo 5. We're gonna see what's it called? Scalebound. We're gonna see Crackdown. We're gonna see Battletoads. We're gonna see Banjo and Kazooie. What else are we gonna see? We'll see Call of Duty, but it won't be to the extent we normally do. We might
Or
see
just like a trailer.
Batman. Yeah, we'll just get a trailer, not like a 15-minute demo
Yeah.
like last year. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think they have anything. They'll probably show some more Quantum Break and just reiterate that it's being delayed or something. Yeah, they'll have a pretty good conference. Phil Spencer said they're focusing on exclusives this year, so that's a good sign.
yeah, that is a good sign because a lot of
It is.
times what those guys do with their conferences is they just spend time talking about a multi-platform game, and they're like, well, here's our version of the same game. we're gonna
Exactly.
play on
Here's
other
our
systems.
game, but we have this little bit of extra content.
Yeah, they did Assassin's
hate
Creed
that
last
shit.
year, and Sony did Destiny. You know, like
Yeah,
that was like
Destiny.
the trade-off. And it's like those games, you know, you may make me excited for Assassin's Creed or Destiny, but I may buy that on your competition's box. So what does it matter that you're spending all this time with Assassin's Creed
Exactly.
on
They're
this
wasting their money because that same game is available elsewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like you're just selling me Ubisoft's game. You're not selling me Microsoft's game.
Exactly.
So that's what they need to do. And I really like Phil Spencer. I think you made a really good
too.
list, actually. I think all that stuff is going to be there. I'm excited for the Gears
well, you
of War
forgot to
thing,
mention
actually.
Tomb Raider, Alex. That'll be
Oh
there.
shit!
Oh,
What
yeah,
am I
Tomb
talking
Raider,
about?
yeah.
Fucking Tomb Raider! I just beat Tomb Raider yesterday. We're gonna see the new Tomb Raider.
Yep.
That
yep.
game's gonna be awesome because they made a brand new engine just for the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
That game's gonna be fucking
Yeah, that
amazing.
game's gonna be sweet. I can't wait. I need to get around to playing the first one. I'm gonna get my hands on that real quick.
Oh man,
I'm
that
gonna
game
play
is
shit.
awesome.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. I want to definitely give it a try, man. It looks sweet. All right, so that's pretty much basically it for Xbox, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. The thing with Microsoft is like they don't do what Sony and Nintendo do, where Sony and Nintendo try to do other weird, like innovative things with like the way you interact with the game, or just like really quirky kind of weird ideas. Arguably, Nintendo does that way better than Sony, but Sony does still try to do those things. Microsoft, as much as I like them, they don't really do that stuff. They pretty much just say, "Here's a title, here's a title, here's a title," and like if they do that like they did last year, they will have a pretty good conference.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to show games. Like that's what Phil Spencer knows that people want. He knows what kind of games people want.
Yep.
And I think that, like Alex said, if they really focus mostly on exclusive games, probably because I made a video about this because they saw the success that Nintendo had last year. They're not so bold to like not kind of copy that or borrow from it and say we're mostly just going to do a bunch of just exclusive stuff. That's all people want. That's what gets people excited about our box and our machine. And I think that that's what they'll do.
That's
And
what
it'll
they
be a
need to
good-
focus on, because no matter what, like people can say whatever they want about the Xbox version not looking as good and whatever, and that's a fact. It'll always be that way because their hardware's weaker.
Unfortunately, yeah.
There's nothing they can ever do about that. So they have to make people come to their console with exclusive stuff. Because if you're going for a console for third-party games only, you're gonna get a PS4.
Yeah, and also, like, that's kind of where I start to build my case more for exclusive games, because an exclusive game on any machine is going to be, it's going to be this perfect example of what that machine's capable of, because you can, like, take advantage of everything that machine does well. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that 90% of exclusive Xbox One games would look better than 90% of multi-platform games on a PlayStation
Oh,
4.
definitely, because they're gonna put more effort in.
Yeah, and
They'll be
because
able
it,
to work
they
with
can,
the hardware more.
exactly, it's why Nintendo's games on the Wii U look just as good or better as some games on the competition, and those are more powerful systems. It's all about what you get out of the machine. So if they focus on those games, then it's not going to matter that multi-platform games look better on the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on to Nintendo, man, before we move on to the last thing. But real quick, I just want to make that say, if you got any questions in the chat, by all means, go ahead and start posting them now. All right, so let's talk about Nintendo real quick for their E3 predictions. Fucking, I'll go ahead and I'll start with that because I am the White Knight, so I get the privilege here. Fuck you guys. No, I'm just kidding, Alex. Go ahead, dude.
Oh, you can go first if you want. You are the White Knight.
Go. You're the host.
The fair fucking kiss my ass. Kiss my White Knight ass.
Take it.
So, am I expecting to see an announcement from Metroid? Well, I think everybody here can speak for themselves that yeah. Well, I think we all want to see Metroid at E3 this year, at least be announced. F-Zero. I'm not as much as I want to say yes.
I'm not
because of
excited for it.
how much fucking hints and love Nintendo's been
F-Zero?
doing.
Fuck
lately.
F-Zero. F-Zero's dog shit.
It's all up in my
Alex,
Mario
don't you
Kart.
be talking like your motherfucking tongue.
You done got him mad.
Damn, Alex. Sure enough,
Turn this
finally,
off.
it's
It's so
fuck
hard to
F-Zero.
get this guy mad.
But anyways, I'm not really expecting F-Zero. I think fucking, Fast Racing Neo is going to be, like, the same name, as like, whatever you want to call it, that's going to take over F-Zero. I think, in my opinion, they're going to
Man, it's
I
going to
don't know
be
that I
a
believe
skin
that,
Fast
man.
Racing Neo, man.
because of that.
Definitely.
No. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, they might keep the name Fast Racing Neo, but they're going to
You
push
think?
it.
I think they'll change it to F-Zero Neo, something like that.
I don't see that happening.
That is possible.
I
You
see
don't
that
think so,
game. I think that game is just going to be what it's been, which is fine. But I think that's all it's going to be. And I would be disappointed
if it is going to
download-
be what it is.
I wouldn't be disappointed at all because she didn't make awesome games.
Yeah.
Yes, they
and
fucking
Yeah,
do.
but I'm just saying. I just don't want the return of F-Zero to be marred by just being like a small
No, but I
downloadable
think
title.
what Nintendo will do is, man.
I don't think they'd actually give it a
full.
full $60 game though. That's the thing.
Exactly,
No,
and
no,
I
no.
think F-Zero should
No, but
be
I
like
think
an
what they're going to
actual-
do is Nintendo will push it
That's what I mean.
like
I
an
don't
F-Zero,
think
yeah.
F-Zero will get a full $60 game because of
I
how
don't
poorly
either.
it sells.
I think it'll be like 40.
Maybe that would be.
I can
It'll
see
it'll be a-
Captain
It'll
Toad
be a
game.
budget
In
title.
the chat, Alex.
Hmm?
You just pissed off a lot of people in the chat.
Fuck all of them. I don't
Oh, well.
care.
Oh shit, man. Let's see. So what else? Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna see more. Devil's Third. That's what I'm really excited fucking to see, man.
excited
I'm
for that.
dying for that game. But I think we are gonna see an announcement for a couple new characters for Smash. I think at this point that's pretty much basically a given. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some new game modes because that was hinted to as well. 'Cause Sakurai did say that they were working on new game modes too
More
as well.
amiibos.
More
Oh, yeah.
amiibos,
We're definitely gonna see
absolutely.
more amiibo.
Ugh.
I think when it comes to amiibos, I think we're actually going to see another series lineup of amiibos. kinda
Yep,
the
I think
Yeah,
so.
I want my Mario Kart amiibo.
I think that one's going to be either I don't know what game, maybe
I want my
Metroid, maybe.
Zelda line amiibo.
You know what we're gonna get?
Metroid?
Actually, we're gonna get a Star Fox line of amiibo
Ooh.
because that's
that
gonna
would
be the
get me
big push for
really
this year.
excited. That
Yeah.
would get me really excited.
Yeah, that would
I
actually
want
be
my,
pretty
I want a
fucking
Slippy
sweet.
amiibo so I can throw him in the garbage.
Yeah, most
Because
of the
F-Zero is gonna be the big
for
push, the big holiday game. So I think they'll
Yeah,
have
they
some
ain't.
Star Fox amiibo.
Yeah, they don't have
Yeah,
Zelda.
you
Yeah,
get a-
that's what it is. I think Star Fox is gonna get like its own lineup of amiibos for Star Fox under that name. I think because they can come up with
Yeah.
Slippy Toad and all them and all that shit like that.
That'd be cool.
Falco or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, maybe the
That'd
only
be
way to
pretty
do
cool,
a
man.
barrel roll is to put Peppy on your gamepad.
Oh God.
Fuck you, Rob. Fucking
No,
asshole.
man.
That
But
is
yeah,
a scary reality of amiibo though.
Isn't it though?
It
Oh
is,
my god,
it
that'd be
is,
terrible.
It is.
It
Yeah,
really
you
is.
never know what
On the
Nintendo
Tuesday
will do.
They are
Tuesday,
walking such a
man.
thin line with amiibo. It gets scarier with every.
I actually I totally disagree. I think that the way they're handling it is perfect because all they're throwing is like menial stuff that could be kind of fun, but it is not integral to any game experience.
Mario
I think they've been
Party
doing
10.
it perfectly.
But the
Like,
biggest,
Mario Party 10 is the
I find
only
that
one
Mario
so
Party
far.
10 was a step too far.
the biggest news for me that I'm
Well, every
really
other
want
game's
to know
been
about though is that membership service that's coming out this fall. I know
Yeah.
they're going to talk about that at E3, and I
Yeah, I
really
think
wanna
they're
know
gonna
what the
talk
fuck
about
they're
that
doing
too.
with that. Because I mean, if they're going to restructure their entire online fucking thing with DNA, fuck, man.
I want to know
Overhaul
what they're
your
doing.
goddamn fucking your whole entire fucking interface there, Nintendo, and give us fucking cross chat. I'll be happy with you guys.
Yep.
Then no one can talk shit about Splatoon anymore.
I'll still talk shit if I want to. What?
Fuck you, ho.
By that game,
Why I gotta be a hoe all of a damn sudden? Damn.
Yo, bitch, recognize.
Fuck
you're talking
you.
to the White Knight about Nintendo.
Yeah, but why I gotta be a hoe? That's your whole freaking Peach.
Nah, she's just a skilly skank and walking along. Fuck that bitch. But anyways,
Yeah.
moving on. All right, so like I said again, before we get into the final topic, which we're about to get into right now about the whole fucking
But the rest of us don't get to give predictions? What the fuck is
No,
this?
fuck your predictions, man. I'm the White Knight, bitch. I can say it. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright, who wants to go next?
Well, I mean, I just posted a video where I talked about what I wanted from Nintendo at E3.
Why don't you give a quick recap, and then people can watch your video to get the in-depth version.
Word, I like it. Thanks, Alex. All right,
Yeah.
you're hired.
Shameless
You could be my PR
Self-promo,
guy.
fucking shameless assholes.
Anywho, yeah, I mean, a super quick rundown. I'm really hoping we hear what Retro's game is, if it's Metroid or if it's something else or something brand new. I think it'd be great if they were actually a team that was working on F-Zero, for example, because if that was going to come back, they'd be great at that. We need a lot of release dates. We don't know release dates for Star Fox, for Xenoblade, for Devil's Third, for Shin Megami Tensei, for Fatal Frame, all these things. There's a ton of games we need release dates
A lot
for.
of no release dates.
Yeah, it's Mario Maker, which I think they said is September,
I
but
think
we
it's
still-
September now.
Release window is September, man. I'm pumped for
It's
that
kinda
beast.
crazy.
Yeah, we need a bunch of stuff there.
Yeah.
Obviously, just honestly, for me, just seeing Star Fox, we know we're gonna get that.
I can't
So,
wait.
Yeah, we don't. We,
Yeah,
remember, we
there's
know
gonna be a
nothing
playable
about.
demo.
Yeah, the
Right.
game is just like a fucking title that Miyamoto has just winked at us with. It's like, actually show that game. I want to know what kind of modes are in there. What's it like online? How epic is the story? You know, what kind of different vehicles will we play? How is the goddamn gamepad gonna work? Like, we need to see really what that means.
I
So-
can't wait to see the gamepad because like this is supposed to be the game that sells us the gamepad.
I think it's gonna be pretty good. I don't think it's going to be like a revolution and people are going to like literally shit their pants seeing it, but it's probably going to be like, oh, okay, that looks really awesome. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, that looks cool. Now I get it. That's all it needs to be. Also, I think the Tantalus port, it'd be nice to finally get that thing behind us and find out what that's going to be.
Which one?
Is that the Tantalus port? Because that was a big
Oh, yeah,
Did you really
yeah,
just
definitely.
giggle at that coupon?
I was laughing at the chat.
Yeah, no, that's what I was asking. Yeah, you really just laughing at that?
I was like, what the hell?
Oh, so
Oh,
speaking
God.
of, someone put Tony Kaname Kuran, however you say that name, put Ridley for Smash. That reminds me, it would be cool if they tell us which new Smash fighter was actually voted into the game.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I would be down with that. Yeah. See, I hope to God Bayonetta's on the fucking top up there, man.
Oh, I hope so, man. I'm hoping
That'd be
Bayonetta,
fucking
Shantae,
amazing.
or Shovel
Travis
Knight.
touchdown. Travis
Yeah.
is the man. Give me some Travis.
no Ubisoft characters.
Yeah, I don't want no Ubisoft in
If
there.
it had, like,
They need to redeem themselves first.
Man.
They need to redeem themselves first.
They don't deserve it.
Are you talking about Ubisoft?
All right, so Rose,
Yeah.
let's
I
hear
thought
your
Travis
fucking
touchdown is more important.
Nintendo predictions here. Now you rejoined, you haven't said shit because you never talk in anybody's podcast. So Rosa, go ahead and explain your fucking
he's back.
what your speculation is for Nintendo's, dude. Because I'm giving you 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah, it's just you're just boring. All right, but anyway, basically, I think Nintendo's gonna be showing off, of course, basically what you guys have been covering, like Star Fox. I will say, I don't know. They always troll with us, so I'm thinking Zelda. I'm just thinking here.
I also agree. I think they're showing Zelda. I
Disagree.
think they're fucking with us.
Disagree.
I don't think we're gonna see a lot. I think we're gonna see a teaser or
Yeah.
some shit.
Just a little bit.
Or
at
they might make
least,
mention.
just a mention.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a lot of. I know Devil's Third is gonna be like the. Oh my God. We're gonna get well, hopefully get a for Xenoblade
Yeah.
instead of 2015. But if I see at the end it's like 2016, I'm just gonna be like, all right, you know what? Mostly that stuff. An amiibo game, honestly. I just need to see
That would be nice, yeah.
amiibo game.
Yeah.
Like Amiibo Land, Amiibo World. I don't freaking care. Just make an amiibo game.
Just something.
Yeah.
Just call it fucking Nintendo Universe. Bang. They're
Something.
done.
No, it's
Fantastic.
going to be a Pokemon game, I'm telling you guys.
Oh
Oh,
god.
Jesus.
They're gonna unleash 700 Pokemon amiibo among
Yep. Yep.
all
I
on
won't be a
one
part
day.
of that.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'll be buying that. And 2 weeks later, you can get the whole fucking collection.
The whole floor is covered in Pokemon amiibo. I'm just in the center.
That is for the Pokemon people.
More like
Dude,
let
you
me
would
see.
take Wii Weirdo to a whole new level, Alex, if you did that. But
Oh, yeah.
More,
I'm not a big
Ow.
Pokemon guy, so that wouldn't happen anyways.
Yeah.
more. I would just say, just put whatever you can.
Somebody's asking in the chat, why are you whispering, Rosa?
No, he said whimpering.
Oh, whimpering.
Meh.
Whimpering.
Oh, yeah, I read that wrong.
Whatever.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Are you tired, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that
let
would
me
explain it.
see. Yeah, I mean that's
Do you,
about it. I
expect,
mean,
do you think, Rosa, that there's going to be a Metroid announcement there this year?
I'm just gonna say hopefully for that one
It would be
because
nice,
they
right,
treat,
man?
they treat the Metroid series like garbage.
Well,
didn't
they
even-
said last year after E3, man, that
Yeah,
fucking that they wanted to do something for
But
both
they
systems,
just
man.
treat it like garbage. They don't even celebrate. They're just like, oh hey, yeah, Metroid. Yeah, have a nice time. No chance. Stay with the cupcake with the candle on it. That's about it. They really don't give a crap about that series. Same thing with F-Zero. People could be saying, hey, F-Zero because Shinin. Honestly, I don't think it's happening. So people don't get overhyped with that. Just don't. Because then you're going to hype yourselves up and then,
yeah, try to keep it.
People do that anyway.
Whatever, I'm gonna be hype as fuck. We're gonna see Star Fox. We're gonna see Black Ops 3. That's coming. We're gonna see the new Tantalus game, whatever that turns out to be. It's gonna be Grand Theft Auto 5. We're gonna see Fatal Frame. We're gonna get the release date. We're gonna get the release date for Xenoblade. We're gonna get new Smash characters.
Yoshi's Woolly World. We need Yoshi.
Yep, we're definitely gonna get Yoshi's Woolly World. We're finally gonna get the release date for that.
Honestly,
what
I gotta
else?
say, as like the resident Metroid super fan, I think that has a really good chance of showing up.
I think so too. I think we're gonna see a trailer for it, not gameplay or anything, but they're gonna announce a
That'd be
Metroid
amazing.
Wii U.
I will die that day. You guys will never hear
It's
from me.
gonna be on the
I will be dead.
3DS.
And
They're gonna
we're
they're
gonna
gonna
see
put it on
Zelda,
3DS.
of course. And yeah, I guess that's it. There's one game somebody mentioned earlier. That's
Mario Maker.
yeah, Mario Maker. We'll see
Fatal
that.
Frame. What about that?
Yeah, I said Fatal Frame.
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna see the release date. What the hell is that game called? Rodea Sky Soldier or something?
Yeah, that
Oh
one.
yeah, people have been really
Rodea.
excited about that.
So we'll probably see that. Then we'll see some. Oh yeah, Devil's Third, of course, and a couple more third-party games, exclusive ones that we don't know about yet.
Yep,
Yep.
that's something else I talked about in my videos. We might get some more third-party exclusive games.
I think that's what they're banking on. I think
Yeah,
they're trying to surprise
games,
us.
Games that we don't know about. Like that's what it makes E3 the best. When you're like
Yeah.
caught off guard and you're like, holy shit, I had no idea.
And
that
we'll
was
see that Pokemon Yellow remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we know about now.
I want to go back to Metroid for a minute. I want to go back to Metroid for a minute because I was talking about it, and then Coupon, you were mentioning you think that's going to be released on the 3DS, right?
I was just playing, but it might.
I think we're gonna get one on Wii U and one on 3DS. I think the 3DS will be a 2D one.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be one of two scenarios. It's either going to be a game that we get both on the Wii U and the 3DS, or it'll be only on the Wii U. I do not see them releasing only a 3DS game.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
I don't either.
Yeah, they know it needs to exist on the Wii U, and the
Yeah.
Wii U needs a Metroid. So if they did a game for the Wii U and a game for the 3DS, that's totally fine. I would be super happy. They did that before. I've brought it up a couple of times. When Metroid Prime, the first, came out, that was the exact same day that Metroid Fusion came out. So they released two unrelated Metroid games on the exact same day for their console and handheld. So it would be awesome if they did that again. I don't really see that happening. That's like too good of a scenario to possibly
Yeah.
happen. We're just going to get one Wii U game, but honestly, that's the most
Well,
important
we
thing,
could
so.
also have possibly a 3D Land, 3D World scenario where it's a similar game, similar setting, but the console version is vastly superior.
Yeah, that would be cool. Where they're not like the exact same game, but they're like the same universe, gameplay format kind of. I'd be totally okay with that. I'd be more than okay with it, actually. And, I mean, they could make those games work with each other big time. They could do... They even did that with Fusion and Prime. People might forget this, but you remember the days of the Game Boy Advance connection cable? You guys remember that for the game?
Oh, boy.
Those wonderful Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles days?
Yes.
And you could connect your Metroid Fusion to Metroid Prime, and you could unlock the original Metroid, and you could put the Fusion suit inside of Prime, so she would be wearing the Fusion suit in that game.
That's
and
cool.
so they could do other cool, weird shit like that, I think, connecting those two games. So I get really excited when Metroid comes up, but those are the theories that I think we might actually see if they're smart and we actually do get Metroid this year, which I think has a 60-40% chance of
I
happening.
think it'll be a 2016 game, but I definitely think we're going to see it this year.
But didn't they also say they're only talking about 2015 games?
They always say shit like that, though.
They troll us a lot. You got to remember that. So.
Remember the
I don't
last
know.
Direct, they said we're only seeing spring games, and they showed us fucking Mario Maker, and that's coming out in
Right.
September.
Yeah, but at the time we didn't know that game didn't even have a release date though, so they could have said whatever they wanted with that. So I mean,
I think they're trolling.
I think they're going to show us some new stuff we haven't seen yet that isn't coming anytime soon.
I hope so, but I don't know.
Here's how it goes.
Because they also have to.
no,
They also
at
have
least
to
announce
keep
it.
people's hopes up. Because there's a lot of
Nintendo-
idiots who think the Wii U's dead in 2016.
Yeah, that's not happening.
They say a lot of,
They have to
they
cater
say
to
a lot
those
of bull.
people too. They have to keep those people calm.
Yeah, so they're
That's how
gonna
it goes.
they're
Nintendo,
gonna make
they-
mention.
Yeah,
Go
let
ahead.
Rosa
bull
talk.
all
Yeah,
the time. Yeah, they say bull all the time.
They
Okay?
do. It's true.
Just
So
don't trust them with every single thing that they say because
Yeah, they told
they
us several
showed
times.
they showed Mario Maker.
Did they not?
They showed Xenoblade. That's not even out in spring. That's in Japan, but not here. So then we got like there was another game there.
Splatoon.
That they
maybe,
said that was
or-
also coming out for spring, but yeah, it's coming out. Oh,
Well,
Yoshi's
Splatoon
Woolly
is
World.
coming
There
out.
you go.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yoshi.
was supposed to be
And-
spring. Now we don't know when.
Yep. Now it's gonna be fall, I guess.
Yeah,
because
somewhere
it's
in
like
fall.
so because they. That's the thing that Nintendo sucks with is release dates.
So you guys are
Suck with them.
right. Like I agree that they do. Like you said, like they troll us a lot. It's true. And I hope that they're trolling us with this, but for some reason, I just believe this. It just feels right. So
you
that's what
think
I'm. It's just a-
everything they're showing is going to be stuff that's coming this year.
Yeah, I think so. Or at least they're going to announce it with that date, and they may delay it next year. I mean, they did that with Zelda, so obviously that may happen. But I think that their intention, they will not show anything with the explicit date of 2016. I don't think. And I hope I'm wrong, but I think that they will. I think they will.
I don't think they'd have enough to fill a conference
I don't
otherwise.
think I don't either. I think they're
Well,
going to show
okay.
us some 2015 stuff, or at least mention it.
Maybe, but think of all the stuff we've talked about already: Xenoblade, Star Fox, Devil's Third, Yoshi.
Yeah, you do
Mario
know that
Maker,
they said that they
Shin Megami
also have.
Tensei, Fatal Frame. That's
They
so
also
many
have
games.
Yeah, but the thing is,
also have games
Xenoblade's
under the
already
works.
out. What are they going to do? Like, they're not going to talk about Xenoblade for like 5-10 minutes. They're just going to show it and show a release date.
They may.
Yeah.
They may spend more time. They may not. But
That's
I'm
the
just.
point.
Actually,
That's a
It's already
list
out.
of like.
they said they have games that we never even heard of yet.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. That's the
Those
point.
are
So-
probably the 2016
Those
stuff
are going to
too,
be
that might
2016.
I think I hope that they're this year. I mean, I don't even know what I hope, but I think
It's
that those are
gonna
going
be
to
a
be games
split.
for this.
Well, we're going to see more of that Project Treasure game. That's this year.
Oh yeah, they have to show it. That's a
No
good
more
point, actually.
chins.
The Chin game.
No more chins.
Game's all about chins.
I only saw chins. Cosmos. Fucking chins.
All right, so let's move on to the final topic there and talk about fucking Yooka-Laylee. Talk about how
But
fucking
I want Banjo
amazing
Kazooie.
fast that game
Because
reached that fucking goal.
why not?
Holy fuck.
Fucking crazy.
That was insane, dude. But before we get into that, though, make sure if you guys got any questions, keep posting them, and everyone o'clock, so we go immediately into that
Definitely.
afterwards.
Questions
so.
are always the best part.
Yep.
So ask your questions. If not, get the fuck out. No, I'm just kidding.
He isn't kidding.
Anyways, so Alex, go ahead and are you excited for this game, dude?
Oh, hell yeah. I've even pledged to them, so I'm definitely on board. Who the hell doesn't want a Banjo-Kazooie game? And clearly there's a lot of us, because this game passed over $1 million within the first day. And they crushed all of their fucking goals, so this is just awesome. I'm super excited.
Awesome. What about you, Coupon?
It shows also that a lot of us would love some of these old franchises to come back as well. So, yeah, I'm definitely on board. I love this idea. It's great. I like the characters. They're colorful, different. I like the name, all of it. Just, I can't wait. Yay. So.
President, you getting it?
Yeah, I already pledged like $50 this week. I'm about to pledge another in about another 2 weeks. So.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Rob, I'm sure you're definitely getting this, right?
Oh yeah, I'm super pumped. And honestly, Coupon, you took the words out of my mouth because like the good thing about this is A, the game just looks awesome, so that's really exciting. And B, it is the fact that it hit its goal so ridiculously fast shows that there is a market for these good games to be made.
Which is
Yes,
why
there
we're gonna
is.
get Banjo.
See, which is why Capcom should have taken note of that when how fucking fast Mighty Number 9 fucking did
Mega Man
that
game.
shit. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Crackcom, you fucking guys are dumbasses over there, man.
Capcom-
They really are.
It bothers me that
I'm
Capcom
I'm
Yeah,
so
it
fucking
does.
pumped for this shit, dude. Like after seeing that little gameplay of how it works, dude, and seeing like the
And they
Kickstarter
made
project
all
they
that
have,
in
dude.
3
Oh
months.
my god, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna look so
Yeah.
They did that in 3 months. This game comes out in October 2016. Can you imagine how good it's gonna be by then?
You know, it's funny.
If
Leave
it
it to
sticks to
Kickstarter for
that.
third-party support, right? Essentially, pretty much, right?
Mm.
So if
I'm
you want to
glad
win,
we have this Kickstarter shit, man. Now we got Mighty
man.
Number 9. We got this
Toe
game.
Jam and Earl.
Yeah, we're getting Toe Jam and Earl. That's how we got Shovel Knight. Like all these fucking amazing games. They're coming out of Kickstarters that we are crowdfunding. So we don't support, like, so we don't only buy these shitty, fucking, broken, garbage AAA multi-plat games all the time.
oh boy, we got another fucking.
Well,
troll
we
in
also
chat.
say that
Yippee-ki-yay,
until like a
motherfucker.
really until a highly anticipated Kickstarter project launches and that game ends up being broken and all messed up. Like
Then we're in trouble.
I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, like that will probably happen eventually. Like,
Eventually. Yeah.
I'm mixed on the Kickstarter thing because like I love it for the exact reasons you were just saying because it is amazing. We're getting Toe Jam and Earl and this Banjo.
These are stuff we would never get otherwise because we've seen
It's
proof.
true.
Capcom won't do it.
It's totally true, and I agree. Mighty
Yeah.
Number 9, all that stuff. But the reason I don't like it is for when the opposite reason happens, where honestly a game that I think should release, and I have a really good example, and that's Shadow of the Eternals, which is the sequel to Eternal Darkness. That's a game that to me should just exist. And the fact that it had to go the Kickstarter route and then couldn't make its goal means that game fucking disappeared and we'll probably never see it. And that's when Kickstarter makes me mad. It's like, why doesn't someone just pick this game up and make it? They need people to buy it before it's even made to say it's probably worth making. So there is a gray area with it, but I do, of course, see the really good side, and I'm pumped for Yooka-Laylee. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the weird gray.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, man.
So it just depends on how people treat it, you know.
Yeah. Well, we don't have much to worry about with this team because this is the actual rare team, not the one that Microsoft owns.
Rare, man.
This will be knocked out of the park.
Yeah, this is going to be just pure brilliance.
And we should see Banjo-Kazooie coming.
Yep, it's the same composers that did Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
David, wow. Oh, hell yeah!
That's amazing. The music is going to be one of the highlights of this game.
They actually, if they reach 1.5 million, they're getting an orchestra to do the music.
Oh, that's so
good.
sweet. That's really good news.
Let
me
ask
if you know, because I don't know this, and you might know the answer to this. Have they said if it's supposed to be like a full featured game, or is it going to be like a download indie game, or any? Which I'll play it anyway.
Currently, it's download. If
I expect
they have not made a stretch goal for a physical, that might come down the road, but it is getting a release across all platforms at the same time.
I did hear that, yeah.
So that's good, and they're implementing a full-on multiplayer and a co-op, so this is awesome.
Damn, that's all news to me too.
Yeah.
I'll say that with this game specifically, like I know a lot of people may know, like I'm not usually big on like the downloadable stuff. I usually hate that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But with this game, the reason I want it to be a full featured retail disc isn't because I just don't want to have to download it. It's because to me that will mean that the game will be a bigger game with more content, like larger worlds, a larger story. I want a story that takes 10 hours to go through, not a story that takes 4 or 5.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, if it's a $60 physical release, to me that means it's going to be a really large game. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of it.
Yeah, well, Mighty Number 9's getting a physical game, but it's $30.
Probably 20 or 30 bucks, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
that would probably be the same situation if this gets a physical. I just don't think they'll ever charge you $60 for this game.
You're probably right. I mean, it's probably not meant to be that big of a game.
It's not that kind of game. Yeah.
That's okay. It's still going to be amazing. And Mighty Number 9, I'm so pumped for. So.
Yeah, Mighty Number 9 looks sweet.
Oh my god, it looks
I
so
love the box art. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, when are we gonna see more about that game? Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now that they finally announced the release date, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
let's
do you
actually.
think Nintendo's gonna show it during their indie
I hope
section
so.
that they usually
It
do?
would be
Maybe.
fucking nice if
They
they do
might.
show some love for that shit.
That'd be
I mean, with the
nice.
success that they saw reviving Mega Man for Smash, I think they know that it's important to talk about that era of gaming and what Mighty Number 9 is trying to emulate.
It's kind of weird they haven't even talked about it at all because it is coming to the Wii U and it's something that Nintendo fans like.
Yeah, but I think that's probably from the team behind it, to tell you the truth, because
Maybe.
nobody's talked about it. So I don't
Nobody's
think
talking about it. It's weird.
Yeah, I really don't understand. We all know people are excited to play it and want to play it, yet it's not being talked about. And E3, like this year, it might not even be a Nintendo's thing. I mean, if any of the press conferences spend time with it, I'll be happy. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to understand about
I
the
just
game.
want to
I
know.
just want to see a
Yeah.
little more about it. Yeah.
Definitely, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so let's move on to some questions there, Coupon. So since you're an awesome at doing the question
I am not looking at the chat. It's not even open.
Alex, you
You've been
look at the
eating
chat.
food, you
There you are.
I don't even have it open, I'm sorry.
Let me find some questions. You guys
Find
keep
some
talking.
good ones. You gotta find some good ones there, man.
I don't see any questions here. All right, do
Mostly
you think
trolls.
we'll get Black Ops 3? I don't think we will because Activision's a bunch of assholes. Yeah,
I'm gonna say maybe.
I think we will. I
think we
don't
are.
think they would have put that Nintendo ID thing for no fucking reason.
Also, are you guys familiar with the tweet that just came out?
Yeah, they said
Mhm.
more Wii U games from Activision, some shit like that.
I fully believe it's possible. I mean, I think it's like a 40-60% kind of chance there, but
I think we're getting it.
I think it's possible. You know, I mean, there's so many reasons. Like everybody has
Yeah.
talked about this. Treyarch is
It's
making
mainly because it's Treyarch, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think that's the biggest reason I'm still holding out for the Wii U one.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. And it would, God, it'd be so great. I would be so excited if they made that.
I'd much rather play it there so we can all play it together. Because like I don't want to play. I'll play it on the Xbox if we have to, but like fuck, I'd rather play it on the Wii U because the community is just way better.
Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
agree. Like I enjoyed Black Ops 2 and Ghosts on the Wii U. Like
Yeah.
I played with a lot of cool people. I actually did use voice chat on occasion, which was kind of neat. Like I think that it would be really smart for them to release that. And that's what I don't get
Take
about
notes,
Activision.
Platoon.
Yeah. We didn't
we
even
don't have
talk
to go
about
into-
Splatoon, and they have a direct coming on Thursday.
Yeah, somebody actually, I did see somebody in the chat said, "Hey, what
You
do
guys
you
they
want
guys?"
to talk? You gotta talk about that while I look at questions.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
you
don't
two
predictions for
direct
Splatoon,
there.
yes,
What was
yeah.
it? Friday? This Friday coming up?
It's Thursday.
Thursday.
Seven.
Oh, shit.
Dang.
I don't know what to expect. I mean, they're
I don't
probably-
either.
I think they're just going to spend a lot of time on the campaign and just really help us understand what
Yeah.
that is. And
They're probably just gonna clarify some things on it, reiterate things. For the most part, I don't see them really telling us anything new about it that they already haven't, and give
Yeah.
us,
Well,
yeah, I mean, think
they
about
might,
when
they
did-
might reveal another game mode, maybe.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
what I'm expecting.
Do we have an actual release date for this game yet?
29.
Yeah, May 29th.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, just kind of go over some things and
Like
For the most
think
part.
about when they did the direct for like Pikmin 3 and Wonderful 101 and Bayonetta 2. Like they just spent
Yeah.
time, like half an hour, fleshing out
Yeah,
mostly
pretty
things we
much like
kind
that.
of knew, a brand new trailer, and then probably a new mode or two, like you said.
yeah.
Nintendo,
pretty much.
what would really blow my fucking mind is that they actually, at the end of that direct, they announced that they're releasing a demo on that day, which I wouldn't be
That'd be
surprised. Because
nice,
it's
too.
falling
Actually,
on
good call.
Thursday.
You're
It is
totally
falling.
right.
Here's the thing. Wow, I just thought of this. It's on Thursday, and it's starting at the exact same time that the eShop updates in fucking.
I think you're totally right, dude. I think
I think there's going to be a demo dropping either at the very, very end of that direct. There's
That
going
would
to be
be
a demo.
interesting.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they did that with Bayonetta. You
Yeah,
know?
they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
and that was
they
awesome.
did. Yeah, they did that. So I'm expecting
Totally
that.
agree.
I just thought of that too as well. Yeah, so I mean, if it was on any other day, then I would definitely not even fucking. I can't believe.
See, I don't necessarily know it'll be the same day, but I think that they'll at least say a demo's
Thursday's
available.
the day they update their eShop every Thursday, and it's starting the
Yeah,
exact
but it could
same
be like the
time when
following
updates
week or
fucking-
something.
when they actually do proper updates. So if they do a demo, and if it's either a demo for the single player, fuck, I don't care, because at least it'll get me be able to get accustomed to the controls a lot better. You know what I mean? Master the controls, so that way when we all start playing fucking online, when the game comes out, we'll all know how to play it and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It would be crazy if they actually came out and said, "We've heard your cries. We're adding voice chat, so you can all shut the hell up."
Yeah.
I doubt
it. It'll never happen.
They're not gonna do that. So
And let me
whatever.
reiterate,
They don't
that I
give
don't
a
care
shit.
about.
They
I
don't
need to
give a shit.
reiterate.
They already told us that.
Yes, that's true. They had said it's never going to happen.
So we're
Fucking
over it.
crazy.
Again, I don't care, but
Whatever, they're not getting my money. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
happy to give them my money.
That's great. I don't care.
More
If
power
you That's good for you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who out there
Yeah, me either.
paying attention to
Like
my
people have
fucking
this
video,
misconception that I want other people to buy you. I don't care what you people do with your money.
Exactly.
Yes, you do. We
And
know
plus,
that
I
it
mean,
keeps you up
how
at
many
night.
how many people in that same video that I made actually thought that I was buying it used when I specifically said
I know you
times in the video that I was
specifically said
getting
You
you're
it
buying
specifically
digital?
said you're getting it digital, and everyone flipped shit and thought you were getting it used. You were just talking to the
Yeah.
people who were going to boycott the game, like not buy it whatsoever. You were talking to them
There's like
and telling
no
them, hey,
questions in here.
why
What the
not-
fuck's wrong with you?
why
So
not buy
people-
it used? But no, they
People
flip
out there,
shit.
man, pay attention to the shit that comes out of my fucking
They
mouth,
hear what
man.
they want to hear. That's why people are stupid. They hear what they want to hear. Like, I'm not boycotting the game. I'm still gonna get it.
Demanding
Somebody
Alex. Ask
bought it.
questions, people.
Somebody
Not
bought it,
troll
so
questions, yeah,
Nintendo
good
got
point.
the money.
Well, that is
Just
very.
not from
What are
me.
you talking about, Sunita?
Because you suck at games, Anita. Okay. Ask
Okay.
What the hell gave you the idea for that, Sunita? What the hell?
I don't know. Maybe you ignored her or some shit.
What?
Who cares?
I haven't ignored her. I haven't talked to her in like, well, maybe that would make sense.
Stop.
I haven't talked to her. in a
Fucking
while.
exposed.
I don't fucking know. Fuck you, bitch! Seriously, Alpha Dream owns fucking Geo. Do you think?
Alright,
they
well,
start-
whatever. While they're doing their stuff, here's a question. Why are people raging about Yooka-Laylee? Should they get punched in the nuts? Question mark.
Yes.
Raging. What?
They're
There's
raging because
actually
it's
people
not
that-
actually
Not a fucking
Banjo.
bear.
Banjo
word.
Kazooie. Yeah, they are actually mad. It's not Banjo and Kazooie.
I'm so glad that I know when these stupid bullshit dramatic controversies happen. That's news to me. Who the hell would be mad about that?
I know,
Yeah.
there's actually
Idiots.
like a large section of people that are mad that it's new characters.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Banjo Kazooie. That's like getting mad
I
that
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like getting mad that,
Nobody
that
said it
Halo
was
didn't
gonna
have
be
Mario
Banjo.
in it.
It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Like, this is
Nobody
not Banjo Kazooie. You can't get mad at these guys. They can't use those characters.
So, yeah,
they're not theirs no more.
They're not
They
making a
don't own
Banjo
them.
Kazooie game.
If you want to be mad about Banjo Kazooie, go fucking tweet Phil Spencer.
Well, and they're
Right.
gonna give it to you probably anyways. So just
Yeah, we're gonna see it at E3 anyway, so calm your fucking titties and play both games, you stupid retards.
and
Fucking idiots.
basically, yes, they should be punched in the nuts.
Yes, they should be punched in the nuts.
And if they don't have nuts, punch them in the titty.
Yep.
Titty punch. Falcon
Oh.
punch.
That's why I think you don't play with us anymore. That's very true, Barry, since you only play on PlayStation now.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, you motherfucker! You gonna start with that now already? All right, I see how it is. I see how it is. I'll roll with that.
Alright, let's see. Do you
Asshole.
think the new Star Fox will just be called Star Fox 2015 since it's a reboot for the series? Very good question.
Well, I don't think it's going to be called. I don't think they're going to have the 2015 attached to the title. But I see what you're saying. Will they just call it something basic like Star Fox?
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be Star Fox Wii U, because they're really bad at naming things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe.
Yeah, Star Fox.
It'll be Star Fox
No, if
U,
you're
Star
gonna use
Fox
something
U.
with the letter U, just call it Star Fox Universe and call it a fucking day already.
Yeah,
man.
like, if you need to use the U.
That would be alright, like have the Wii U symbol U, but then write Universe after.
Yeah.
Universe.
Universe.
Yeah, I don't know because
Universe.
they've named all the other Star Fox games. There was Assault and Command. Those had names.
Right.
They
So,
have terrible names.
But they're
I
horrible
don't think
this
they were that
generation
lame.
with
They're fine.
names. They're
Who's
horrible
what?
I
with
like
names
the
this
best
generation.
Star Fox name is obviously Star Fox 64. Let's
Well, that's because that's the best Star Fox game, bitches. So you can...
That's right. I know GH Dave likes that fucking shitty Assault game more, but that guy's out of his mind.
Okay, I like Star Fox. I like Star Fox Assault, but that shit is nowhere near as good.
Yo, that's what I'm picking up. They're already sitting in the fucking chat listening in. They're fucking douchebag you are, Alex. Alright.
You want
Okay.
some, come
Go
get
with these
inked and
questions,
Splatoon.
So I have to bring this up. Let's see if I can pronounce this name. Gabriel Montreuil asked a question about the Walking Dead Season 5 ending. No one fucking talk about it or I will murder you because I have not watched Season 5.
Oh,
I
That
haven't
question-
even seen it yet, so
Okay,
no.
good. So not allowed.
No.
I appreciate the
No.
question and I wish we could talk about it, but I haven't seen
No.
Season 5, so not allowed.
Me either. I haven't finished.
The end. And
Done.
Star Fox Urethra. It's apparently a game. Anyway.
Why are there no Mario Kart 8 and Smash Bros. Demos on the eShop? Because people run out and buy them without question.
Yeah, good point. That's actually a very good point, actually.
Those games don't even need directs, to be honest. They could just say there's a new Mario Kart. Go.
New Mario Kart. Yay! Everybody's
all those fans would be shitting bricks at their pants.
New Smash. Yeah.
Do you guys think we'll get a Star Fox demo?
Yes.
Yes.
I do too.
Possibly.
I think so. They need to get people accustomed to using the gamepad before they freak out on day one when they buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
When do you guys?
Yeah.
Let me ask another question. When do you guys see Star Fox getting released? Personally, I have a theory.
November.
It's going to be the Black Friday game.
Yeah, I totally agree.
That's what I think.
It's the replacement for Zelda. What else is there?
Here's the thing, though. What if they do announce Metroid and Metroid somehow becomes a 2015 game? Which of those two do you think becomes the big Black Friday game?
Metroid, then, for sure.
Metroid, then. Well, no.
I don't know, man. Star Fox is the bigger seller.
They might do Star Fox.
Is it really, though? I think the best-selling Metroid games have sold more than the best-selling Star Fox games, but I do think that Star Fox has sold better more consistently, so there's kind of a double-edged sword there.
Yeah.
I just don't see Metroid coming this year. I think they need more big titles for next year, and Zelda and Metroid for next year. That's a killer year.
I agree.
Yeah. No, I think Zelda is going to be released early of 2016, kind of like the way Wind Waker launched on the GameCube.
I don't think so.
No. Zelda's the big game for the end of next year.
Like you're right, Bear. I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying because Wind Waker came out early in like
it was like February or March,
and that was just to fill a gap, though. That's because it wasn't anything new.
That was.
Well, if they don't show a whole lot this year for what's coming up for 2016, they're going to fucking have something to fill in that gap again. So I'm just saying. I mean, that or Metroid, maybe. I don't know.
Like they need to maximize the power of Zelda, and that's holiday time.
It's pretty true. Yeah. But it would be cool to have Zelda early and Metroid be the holiday game. So, if anything, the benefit there is Zelda's going to sell more Wii U's, so more people would have a Wii U by the time Metroid releases. So maybe more people would buy Metroid. So that's kind of an interesting concept.
Yeah.
But that's I don't know. It's interesting. But anyway, I totally agree that barring like a crazy surprise announcement at E3 that we have no idea to expect, Star Fox has to be the big holiday Nintendo game. And so I think it's November for sure. But you never know. I mean fucking Halo drops in September and October of the last couple releases. So sometimes you can make those big flagship
Halo's
games.
Coming October for the new one.
It's October this year as well. Yeah, so they could still make that work early. You just never know. So I mean, Mario Kart was in May. Shit. So.
Well, that was because we had nothing for 6 months.
Yeah, it's true.
The
Wii U matters again.
Exactly. There's another one. Is Atlas getting more love on the 3DS than the HD systems?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's pretty even. Because I actually play a lot of their games on the consoles as well. I think it's pretty even. But they are getting really strong love right now on the 3DS. So
well, specifically more in Japan because
seems like
handhelds in Japan sell better.
Seems more of their games go to the 3DS as opposed to.
What if the new Earthbound game was announced? I would shit bricks in my panties, man.
Yeah, people would get really. I'm not like dying for an Earthbound game. Like I'd be excited. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like I wouldn't shit the bricks in the pants kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
But a lot of people would. To be fair, a lot of people would. So it'd be smart of them to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's an interesting one. What game series did you never get into and don't understand why it's so revered?
Okay, I have an answer, but it's only half of an answer. So the series that I never got into is Pokemon, but I don't have an answer to the second part because I know why people get into it. Like it's not a mystery to me. I get why people love it. It just is a series that's a Nintendo series that has totally eluded me. So.
I don't even know if I even
that's
have
a good
one,
question.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably do Pokemon as well, or maybe shooters. I don't know, but no, Pokemon.
For me, it's Battlefield, which is weird because I'm a big Call of Duty guy. But when I play Battlefield, I just fucking hate it. I can't stand it.
I have to agree, man.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with you on that, Alex, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. There's just something about Battlefield that just does not click with me at all. Okay, what do you think? Oh, that's the Walking Dead one we're not answering. Okay. There's honestly not that many questions in here, guys. I don't know what's going on with these people today.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Somebody else?
We'll take like two more and then fucking we're gonna end it.
Alright, here's one. Do you think zombie games should die?
Yes.
Yes. Or at least subside.
I like my zombie modes in Call of Duty, so I don't know. But I think the standalone zombie games need to slow the hell down.
That's what I mean. Standalone ones, those like Dying Light and fucking
what the hell's Dead Island 2? Well, that got delayed anyways.
H1Z1. I think that Alex and Coupon, I agree with you guys. Like I think that they need to just slow down.
And that's funny because zombies are already slow.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was gonna say that I do like the occasional really good zombie game, like for example Resident Evil. That has to continue going, and that's a zombie series. Zombie U is an amazing game. So like Left 4 Dead, great zombie games. But I do think that there's way too many of them. So
they'll come out around the same time too. It's weird.
Yeah, it's oversaturation of zombie days. Like, calm down.
So it makes it seem like there's more than there actually is because they all come out like together.
Yeah.
I saw a really, really good one that someone asked, and I need to find out who it is so I can say their flipping goddamn name. Where is it? Okay. So Owen Coles says, "Would you guys like if The Legend of Zelda has voice acting?"
Never.
I'm not opposed to it.
Link. Everyone else is fine, but not Link.
Like that's how I am. I'm okay with the rest of the cast having voice acting and Link saying very minute things like yes, no, or something like that, but nothing more.
I don't even want that. I never want him to speak outside of his noises he makes when he fights.
I honestly don't have a problem with him saying a couple of things, but not a lot. I don't need him to speak.
Cool with a Ganondorf evil monologue. But so Link, I don't know what it is. I don't want Link to talk. Everyone
just seems like I don't think they'll get Link right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And that's why if they do give him a voice, don't give him one where he has to be talking a lot. I don't need him to talk because I'm used to him not talking.
You don't need him to talk anyways.
If he has to say anything, yes, no, and that's about as far as it goes for me. That's as far as I can take.
Wolverine, Tony Curran, Wolverine.
But the rest of the cast, yes.
I pretty much agree with all of you guys. Like, yes, I think the world should talk.
Or have them speak alien.
Yeah, like the world should talk, and I don't think that Link ever should talk. However, there are times where I close my eyes and I imagine like a Zelda reveal trailer for a new Zelda, and some guy just starts talking and like giving this like opening narrative monologue about like, oh, the world was this or the world was flooded or this, that, and the other, and it could be revealed as a surprise that Link has this voice. And it could actually sound great because, Coupon, you're right. They could totally mess it up, and that's the fear.
Yeah.
What if they didn't mess it up? What if they just...
They could actually pull it off. I would give them... Like, I would be so proud. I'd be like, wow, they actually did it. But I just can't get around that.
Let's put it this way. Let's live in a world where Link has a voice, okay?
Well, we already experienced that.
We're going to have to change his voice every single game because he's always a different age.
Yeah.
That's not weird, like to me.
So
like,
we'd have to have a different voice actor every time. I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
Well, it could also be something where maybe not every game ever. Like it doesn't have to be a mandated thing. Like he always.
Give me the option to turn in voice.
Like if they give him a game where he talks, he has to talk in the next one.
Yeah.
I don't think that's.
If all of a sudden he stops talking, though.
I think it depends on how the game is. Like I see what you're saying, and you're not wrong. But I think it just depends on how they make each game and how they present each game from the outset. Like how they first reveal that game and how it's going to feel and be. Like when I think of Link talking, I think that Alex, you'll kind of relate to this. Think of how often Master Chief talks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what if he just did that, where he doesn't really talk more than like 10 or 15 lines a whole game, and the world around him talks?
I could probably handle that, but at the same time, I still have that fear that they just ain't gonna get it right. I don't want to know.
I do too.
Is there a voice you have in your head? Like if you can name an actor to voice
Link,
who pops up in your head?
Yeah, and I don't have one. At all.
It's tough. Like this is gonna sound like a really easy fucking comparison, and maybe that's why the voice came in my head. And this wouldn't be a smart thing for them to do, but something like Orlando Bloom, I think that could totally work.
No.
See, look at that. Like
say that.
Right away, Coupons completely turned off by that. That's the fear.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not disagreeing that it's not a real fear, but I'm saying, what if they just nailed it? Not to mention, I think what we've learned with a lot of things like this in like today's gaming world is even if you don't like it right away, we'd all adjust and we'd probably get used to it.
Yeah, we'd all get used to it.
Once the game becomes amazing,
and then that's where my second fear comes in. We get used to it, and it's like, this is the norm, and I'm used to this voice, and now you got a new voice you got to come up with the next game, because just like Alex said, he has to have a different voice because he's going to be a different age. I'm sure he might be older, might be younger,
Sure,
Who
it's
knows?
true.
And
he's a different Link altogether
And
anyway.
he's a different
exactly.
Link.
It's a
He can't
different
have the
person.
same voice all
Yeah.
the time. So.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's-
I just
it's-
wanted to
yeah.
throw it out there to get the conversation because, like I said,
Yeah.
I agree with you guys, but I think it's interesting to think about.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It must be
Alright.
an idea they're playing with, because they
Yeah.
must
Yeah, I
think
think
about
it is.
I
it
think
is, yeah.
before an asteroid comes and destroys planet Earth in 40 years,
we
I
should
think
at
that we
least
will
hear
see a
his
Zelda
voice.
game where Link talks. I think it will happen before the end of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll take one more question there, Alex.
Let's see. I don't care about that one.
Jaleel White is Link.
No. No, I don't want another Sonic moment. Sonic!
I just imagine him like destroying Ganon. He's like,
All
did I do that?
Yeah.
I don't see any
Yeah.
other good questions in here. Do you guys see any good
Yeah, I
ones?
don't either. I think I saw one a
I don't
moment
see
ago.
any
Let me
pop
see.
up, but all right. Well,
I
then
think
fuck it.
I
We're gonna
saw-
end this off then.
Hold on.
Let me just double check at the bottom
Question
here.
here.
I like just watch me said Zelda like Fallout no protagonist speech options would be nice. I agree with that. As a huge Fallout fan, I think that could be fantastic.
I
Oh,
don't see none.
like speech bubble kind of things?
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily speech bubble. It's basically what we were saying, where like the world talks
Yeah, and you
And-
reply.
and you just reply. You're selecting your
Yeah,
replies.
that'd be
And that-
Yeah, I'm fine
I'm
with
down
that.
with
yeah.
that.
Ultimately, that's the best way to do it because of what we talked about. Like no one would be
yeah.
happy with.
There's an interesting one. What is Next Level Games working on?
Fuck, I have no
That's
idea.
a big one. My guess is something brand new. To tell you the truth, I'd love a Luigi's Mansion for the Wii U. I would die with happiness if they did that. But I think
Please.
it's going to be something new.
No,
You don't
Well,
think?
I think they're gonna stick with Luigi's Mansion.
I hope so. Well,
Just
if they-
because
if-
they already got it down and it's something they can make quickly.
What
And
if it's
maybe
another?
that- what if they
I'll be
do
happier
that
than
and
a
something new?
Motherfucker, man.
How
Punch
big
out,
is
baby.
that team though?
Yeah, what if they do another Mario Strikers or a sports game? Because they
Ooh,
did
that'd
that.
be
didn't
nice.
they?
We
Wasn't
need
that
a
them?
That
sports
is a
game.
severe lacking section of the Wii U. Sports.
Yeah,
Something
we-
else
yeah.
that I
Yeah.
talked about that on my video about E3 actually was that sports games need to come back.
They
Give
do
me
need
Mario
one at
Golf. I'll be
least.
happy as fuck.
I would
Me
love a
too.
Mario Golf.
See, but
Yeah.
here's the thing: is I think those games need to come, but we don't just want Mario sports games. Like, it would be
Right.
Yeah,
nice if-
I know what you mean. Like we
Yeah.
need generic
We need
sports
actual,
games too.
yeah.
like
Yeah,
simulation
Yeah,
games, like Madden and
simulation sports.
FIFA,
There you go,
yeah.
yeah.
you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know what Next Level's working on. I'm gonna just stick by it. I hope that it's something brand new. You know.
Luigi's Mansion.
This guy's question is funny. If you guys had a question, what would it be?
Oh my God!
Why are people so
Use
stupid?
my easy button.
Here's
to-
my question. Why do you guys suck at asking
Why are
questions?
people so fucking stupid?
I guess that's it. These guys don't have any questions.
All right,
we're
so
done.
we'll go ahead and we'll do the outros, man. So start with either. I'm gonna start with you this time, Rob. First.
Oh yeah, my name is Rob, and I'm from the channel Rule of Two Review, and I'm glad I finally got to be on another podcast with these guys, man. It's been forever, so that was really cool. We tried really damn hard to get me on here, so
Yeah.
sorry it took so long for us to get started. That was completely my fault. But yeah, this was a blast. To be really pissed for the first 40 minutes that we were doing this, as we were all yelling like buffoons.
Well, it's always good to get the shit out first and then talk about the fun
Seriously,
stuff
we
later.
were so angry
Yeah,
in the beginning,
absolutely.
but it was a lot of
Well,
fun. So.
it was annoying, that's why.
I did also, like we talked about, since Alex helped me plug this, I did just make a video that went up today about what Nintendo should be doing at E3, so please go to the channel and check it out if you're curious. Other than that, thanks for having me on.
Make sure to check out this man's channel, people. He is a huge Wii U weirdo.
It's true.
Reality, man.
I do talk about other things gaming, but I do mostly spend time on Nintendo and Wii U.
Yes, and he has very, very interesting points, and his videos are very informative, so I think you guys should check it out.
And Alex is earning his $10 very well tonight.
That's right, corporate slave.
Thank you, good sir.
Oh shit.
Exposed.
All right, Rose. Oh, never mind. Rose is muted. All right, Rose.
Again,
you got
what
an
else
intro
is
menu or
new?
what
Get
you
this
wanna do?
fucking kid out of
Oh,
here.
really? What again? I was just waiting to sleep,
He fell asleep.
Go ahead, Rose.
but it's been great. It's been great. Have fun. All you guys in the comment section suck because you don't know how to answer, freaking make a single freaking question. That's my question to you also. I'm gonna go with Alex with that one. Actually, my question would be just get better with your questions. All right, bye.
He got some
All right, coupon.
So So I'm alive, I'm well. Obviously, the kitchen didn't burn down, so all is well in the world. I didn't cut myself or burn myself, so I'm happy with
In other
that.
words, she ordered in.
I know, right? Yeah, I totally ordered.
Fuck that rain sound.
Fuck this shit, I'm ordering him. But yeah, so shit should come up on the horizon soon, later. I don't know. Still thinking about that striptease, but you know, whatever. Striptease.
Alex.
Hey everyone, ActiveSyn here. You know how we do. We have fun here. We keep it light because we're Wii U weirdos. Yeah, we're not a bunch of losers who talk about sales all day because that's for loser shit. So anyways, yeah, come to my channel, leave comments because I like replying to you guys. Yeah, we'll see what goes. We'll probably play some Mario Kart after this, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, all right, that's it.
Kingdom Hearts 3
all right,
is
guys,
totally
you guys know me all
vaporware.
too well. I'm the White Knight for Nintendo, of course. You fucking, you guys for coming out and hanging out with us in the chat, asking us, well, not really any questions at all, period. A lot of you didn't really care to ask questions tonight, so whatever. Yeah, it's an off day, whatever. I'll forgive you guys. But we had a couple decent ones in there, but a little too far in between. But whatever the fuck ever. Who fucking cares? Moving on. Anyways, guys, we're done with this shit. Thank you guys for coming out. Make sure you guys subscribe to all these fuckers. And yeah, well, I'll see you guys in the next episode where we're set to make, guys. Peace out!